Damn it.
It's the Sunday morning pillaging show. Chris for Raiders. Oh. Raider Nation, Jasin. Oh. Pillaging just for Sundays. Oh. Me and Chris, we don't miss. Oh. Me and Chris don't miss. Oh. Me and Chris don't miss. When it comes to this Raider classic out, we don't miss. Raider Nation, we don't miss.
Raider Nation, salute.
Salute, Raider Nation. Hey, we got a special guest today, man. Special guest. Who is it?
The one and only.
The other than 401 Raider Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Good. You know what's going on?
Everything's good.
Yeah, welcome to.
I put my lantern on because I felt uncomfortable, so I had to make sure I had it on. So
making sure we're official.
This show's unofficial till Chris puts his lanyard around his neck.
Yeah. It's not a ready show. Let's have this on.
Now it's a real thing. Now it is a real thing. Wrong cup. All right, you got to be official. Oh, of course. Oh.
All right.
Now it's official.
Are we ready? Yes.
Yes, we are. So Raider Nation has called for this press conference, being that everybody wants to know what we think about, everything that's kind of going on, entering this off-season season and everything in between. We've collected some questions that maybe we didn't get to last show or, and we're here for the nation, man. So any questions in the chat, much appreciated. Jeff is definitely going to help us out with some of the questions and just making sure everyone is heard.
Thank you. So first question, what does it truly mean to be a Raider in 2025?
Chris, you want to take this one?
In 2025, hopeful, expectations, I guess you want to call it that. I have an expectation that we're going to do better than last year. So I feel hopeful that we win more than 4 dang games. That's all I can say. Not over exuberant, not overhyped, but just hopeful.
Yeah, I think Chris said it best. After 4 wins, very disappointing. We're made from, much more than that. Did a lot of things bad last year, but we added some good things this year. So I'm definitely excited. We have good leadership, added great players, as Al Davis always said. So hoping to just hope it multiplies to on the field.
Hey, you know what? Before we get started, let's salute the chat. I'm sorry, Jeff, Coach. Let's do the chat that's in here. This is a welcome. We always got to do that. I'm sorry, Jeff.
It's okay.
Hey, Rock, salute. Jason Dow's in the building. Diesel's in the building. Holla dollar. Hey, welcome. Is your first time coming? Make sure you like, subscribe to all 3 of our channels. Chris Paul's in here. Raider Ben. And of course, the infamous Roshat. Ready for it. Hey, 24 Nation. Hey, wait. Welcome to the show. Definitely welcome.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Definitely welcome, man. Okay, that's all for now. But go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry. Oh, Purple Lamb is in here. Not happening. Purple Rain. Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Go ahead. Sorry, brother.
All right. So I've collected some more questions from the press pool here at this media day, this special day. Let's see. How has Pete Carroll's leadership changed the locker room culture?
Jason, go ahead.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, just from the energy standpoint, from being 103 years old, man, he's got some energy. He's definitely bringing it. He's making it competitive again. It's best player on the field. And as a competitor, that's what we like. We definitely want to, have the best people around us on the field, and our talents to really shine through. I think Pete could get that out of the Raider players for sure. I think that's what is taking place. And what he did is he planted a seed, and that seed is slowly sprouting and will grow into a powerful, powerful beast.
Yeah.
Some breaking news here that came out today. People want to get your reaction. What is your take on Darren Waller, now a Miami Dolphin, after today, coming out of retirement, long retirement? Guess his rap career didn't go so well, so fans, yep, I'm asking him. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
They want to know what your take is on him being in Miami now.
Well, you know what? I think Darren Waller didn't want to leave the Raiders originally, but things happened in that genre, that regime. I think he wanted to come back to the Raiders. That's why he was always around the Raiders facilities and hanging around the Raiders. Hopefully, he can get signed again. But I think he just wanted to play football. Going to Miami might be something. He had that marriage with, whatever her name was. I can't remember her name. And that fell through. So he's trying to get his life back together. So I'm going to say good for him getting his life back together. I think he wanted to be a Raider. But, the only team picking him was Miami.
Yeah, I'd have to say whatever keeps him out of the recording booth, and you know what I'm saying? But shout to the Rack, man. That's good. Definitely good look for him. One of my favorite Raiders. Just kind of changing the game for what we were trying to do. I always, in the back of my mind, ever since he retired, I was always hoping it was, he'd come back and then somehow we would work a trade. But right now we're good at tight end. So, but we got to see Miami at some point. So, what I'm saying? That's going to be, that'll be a good reunion right there. Interesting reunion.
All right. Yeah. So you're the disgruntled Ravens fan on the front. So your question is what about how you drafted Waller, but you weren't using him correctly. Okay. Now, what's your take on that he wasn't used right? And a follow-up question from that same fan. He wants to know how it felt to beat them week 2 and last year as bad as we were. He wants to know what the Raiders felt on that.
Yeah, well, beating the Ravens for us, may seem like a surprise to a lot of people, but it's kind of what we've been doing. We had, our playoff run was vaulted by that week 1 victory against them, a few years ago. But we Lamar Jackson doesn't scare us. That's the thing. We're not worried about him because we know that he's gonna eventually make a mistake. Yes, he's fast. He's fast as hell. He can beat me right now in the race. All day long. But can you kick the Raiders' ass? That's the part. No, but it's we used Waller. It's kind of a surprise. It was the whole Gruden era with us, and Gruden likes those Gruden grinders. He likes to experiment, if you will, with different types of players. And yeah, we got a gem off the practice squad, plucked him, and as you can see, he's, making a comeback to the league. So I bet the Ravens are sad about that, but yeah. And I, felt good week 2. Week 2 definitely felt good. We expect it, we expect to knock off these tough teams. A lot of people doubt us, but we got faith in us.
All right. Next question here. It says, yeah, all right, calm down, man. Is Maxx Crosby the heart and soul of this team, and who steps up behind him?
Well, yeah, Maxx Crosby definitely the heart and soul of this team. He pushes hard. He pushes every day. He practices every day. First one in, first one out. So he's leading by example. So his heart and soul of the team. Who needs to step up is basically the whole defensive line on it for him. That defensive line got to help him out. All of them, everybody, the rookies, the draft picks, the free agents, everybody got to step up. Kuntz definitely got to step up. They really help that edge out. So we need the guys to help Crosby. Clog up the middle, take a double team for you so Crosby can be 1-on-1. Because Crosby 1-on-1 with somebody is a dangerous thing to see. They can't. They either got to hold him or something to stop him from going. Because Crosby like one of those Ferraris. Once you get it started, he's gone. He's just moving speed of light. But he needs somebody to help him out. Because it takes to take care of some of the roadblocks on his way to the quarterback. Coach can be one, but mainly though, all the defensive line have to step up this year.
So again, just want to appreciate everybody that's in the press conference here with us today. I see one of the 3 Charger fans in existence in the world is also in the chat, so we appreciate you for being here. We know you're miserable about your team, so you have to partake in our information. So we appreciate that. Thank you. I stand corrected. 1 of 2 of 3 Charger fans are now in the audience, so we do appreciate that. Do you believe this roster has what it takes to win the AFC West this year, and why?
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
To the point? Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I met one of the few Bronco fans in this city, and usually we're around this time of season we're talking mess to each other, competitive, right? But his take actually was a positive. I thought he was about to give all this, but he kind of shared pretty much what we've been saying, that it's going to be a very competitive division. It's going to be a 3 to maybe 4 team race at some point. You know what I mean? And we're going to. He feels also that the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of on the decline, and this is where everybody else is kind of getting better and catching up. And I agree. Of course, he can't stand us, and we can't stand them. But we're gaining this respect. And that I definitely like, because we're hearing, we don't hear no more of the crappy, sorry Raiders and all this kind of talk. Things have changed around here.
Well, I believe in this, that the Raiders can and will do better in AFC West. So one reason is that we know how to play the Chiefs. We know how to put defense on them. Defense, I think, this year probably even better than it was last year, because there's a few games against the Chiefs we could have won, like the last one and the first one. So our main target is not the Broncos. I'm not going to disrespect the name today, but the Broncos or the Chargers. That's not our main focus. Our main focus is taking the Chiefs off the top, knocking them off their pedestal. That's what we need to do. First things first. Let's beat the Chiefs, because they are the presumptive Super Bowl contenders this year again. So we got to beat those guys and let them know that, hey, we're back. This is where we are. We can split the Broncos, we can split the Donkeys, we can split the Chiefs. I'm good with that. 3-3 is fine. I really go 4-2, but we have to take the Chiefs out. At least one of those games, if not both. This is a message to the NFL and the rest of the league that, wow, the Raiders are for real this year. They're not a stepping stone in the blood of all our jokes. So that's what we have to do.
You good? Okay.
Yeah. I'm good.
What's the single biggest improvement you've seen in this team compared to last season?
I'm going to say
single meaning one thing. What's the one thing?
Wow.
Adults in the room. That's all I got to say.
That's multiple people.
Yeah.
But what's one thing?
Okay. Well, he said one thing. It is one thing. Combine it all. Adults in one word.
Don't change the question, sir.
I'm gonna say fun for football. You know, just having that where it's not just a job anymore. You know, where it just feels like, hey, I'm just collecting the check. You know, it feels real again. You know, it just feels like people are happy to be in the building. People are very happy to be Raiders. You know, you don't see the frowns and the pretend smiles and everything like that. You see people actually genuinely enjoying the experience. And that's what's been lacking for a while. It's been 3 years of kind of just inconsistent ball and just a show, one of those shows. And I'm just happy to be able to smile. When I think about this season, I can actually genuinely smile and look forward to what's coming. So yeah.
Well, can I get an answer down below there?
I did already. I said they have adults in the room. That's one thing that changed.
Okay, moving on.
See.
How do you plan to break the playoff drought and bring postseason glory back to Raider Nation?
You see how I get discriminated against?
Moved on. Next question. We moved on.
See?
He's just here so it doesn't get fun.
Oh my God. Every answer is wrong. Here we go.
Got to keep this press conference moving. Sorry.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I know. I was interrupted from the other gentleman. I apologize, people. How do you plan to break the playoff drought and bring postseason glory back to Raider Nation?
By fighting. I'd say by fighting every play. That's what a lot of the stuff that last year, we left a lot out there, even though as bad as the team we can say was, we were in games. So it wasn't like we didn't have the opportunity. So we just got to keep fighting. And then if you have enough people fighting with you, that's the thing. We can't just have Maxx going hard. We just can't have AJ Cole playing lights out. We got to have everybody. It takes a village. So it's just going to take all of us, especially right now with the roster that we have right now. We're put it together, but until we get to the field, it's kind of hard to say what we got. We're going to do this and everything like that. But it's starting to look good. It makes sense, at least. You know what I mean? Like for the last couple of years, it hasn't made sense, but this is starting. I can see the picture they're painting. So yeah.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, down below there. I'm all right. So first of all, I want to address Mr. I'm Not Bueno. The press was actually, I'm asking them questions. They're on the panel or they're up on the stage, but for some reason I'm up on the stage, and the other gentleman who I'm asking questions is sitting in the audience. So we should be flip-flopped here. And yeah, thank you. There you go. That's better. And the gentleman on the right up top, I got to ask you this. Are you experiencing an earthquake? Because your camera's shaking a lot. Are you okay?
Oh, can I answer this question? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was wondering, because I asked the question, I seem like I'm wrong. No, I'm fine. I kicked my desk over. I'm fine.
He said, it's just nothing. I just kicked the desk over. Yeah, no big deal.
Are you good now? Are you going to answer the question?
Repeat the question, please, sir.
Oh, good guys. How do you plan to break the playoff drought and bring postseason glory back to Raider Nation?
The playoff draw, how we beat that. Foremost, let me answer the question, sir. I'm sorry. Foremost, they need to win the division, or not win the division, but do better in the division. Because I know one year we went 6-0 division and make the playoffs. Not only win the division, but beat the teams we should beat to get in that playoffs. They gotta win some games outside the division, but mainly win in the division and get in the playoffs. That's the only way I can see it. Play better offense, definitely, and get in the red zone, score goddamn touchdowns, stop kicking field goals. 4th down and 3 when you got in the field goal range. Why are we going for it? Kick the field, get the points, take it.
I'm on a live show.
Take the points. Stop going for 4th down 3 because you have no running game. It's not, but you're still trying to go for it. Basically, you make smart decisions when we're on offense and play damn good defense. Beat the teams we should beat and win games in our division. That's how you break that playoff drought.
All right, now that the end of the 2025 season is here, because that question took longer than the entire season.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Every time I answer a question, I get to
Appreciate the answer, but good Lord. Can we have we need to have a time restraint on these answers, gentlemen, please.
You know what? I'm firing you.
We've got limited time.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is the worst. What did you find this guy at, man? He's the worst.
Unbelievable.
Hondo Carpenter recommended him.
Oh, no wonder Hondo Carpenter. Where's the thing?
Let's see. Who is the real leader of this offense, and is he ready for prime time?
Well, now that I'm out for the season, you know, I'm gonna say that. Honestly, I'm gonna say two people. I'm gonna say this running back room. You know, as fast as Genty and as fast as Mostert can, you know, gel with this offensive line, I think they pretty much will vault us, because if we can get this running game going, it opens it up for everybody else. So, you know, I'm hoping, because it looks good. I like the two-man team. I definitely am excited to see it, you know, on the field. I hope everyone stays healthy so, you know, we could be at our best. And, you know, I'm just going to say the two running backs. I think that's going to be the key. Because if one of them, why I'm not saying one of them is because I feel we need both of them for success. We don't need them to key in on one and then one's breaking out. We need both to be just a problem. I think of Detroit. I think of how they have the two-headed monster there, how Houston has Chubbs and whatchamacallit and Mixon. That two-man combo is where it's at. So very excited for those two.
What?
We're waiting on you, sir.
I'm fine.
You know, it's
My
fine.
question, my answer is too long, so I'll take a pause on that one. I'm having computer issues right now.
Just a reminder to everybody that's in the chat, please make sure you get over to Raider Nation. Jason up top there, Chris for Raiders. Make sure you hit that sub, hit the notifications, give them a thumbs up right now. Helps their algorithm. Go watch the show on their channels. Give them the viewer time. Please go over to those channels and get off my lawn and get off my channel. Go over to their channel and watch.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'll do that for you, Jason. The other guy, whatever. Missed them taking forever to answer simple questions. Good Lord.
No.
Can the run game become elite again, or is the identity now pass first? We'll start with this gentleman above with the glasses. Yes, thank you. Use your words, please, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this set up. I'm sorry. What was the question again, sir?
What are you trying to do?
I'm timer. Remember you say your timer. There he is. There's a
Oh,
timer.
that was you doing that.
Yeah, I was getting it set up.
Okay, talk over the question. Can the run game become elite again, or is the identity and now pass first?
The league is pass first right now, but as they proved, the running game is important. So I think they establish that running game with a good offensive line and at least get more than 2.8 yards a carry, or not be the worst running team in the NFL. So yeah, the running game is important. Get it going. That's what they need to do first of all. Establish that run.
We're gonna slang that thing. You know, that's the thing. Yeah, but it is important for us, for the Las Vegas Raiders, the 2025-26 Raiders. It's very important to get this running game going. Because no one's going to take it serious with what we had last year. And as
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Are you interrupting his question? That's not very ethical.
That's an answer he was given. I'm doing my thing. Okay, chill.
I was about to stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, but yeah, like it's very important for us to get that going again because it's been a staple of Raider football, man. From the Marcus Allens to Bo Jackson to Josh to what I mean, just from what we need to do and with the weapons we have, we need to run that ball and get back to just smash mouth football, just running the ball and just making teams submit.
Is the offensive line ready to protect the quarterback against elite defenses like the Chiefs and the Eagles?
All right, I got one minute to answer that question. Yeah, they put the right players in the right positions. If they keep JPG where he's supposed to be, Glaze is doing better. It's the second year. The right guard and the left guard, just question marks there. But from what I heard that Mumford might move into battling for that left guard spot, which is the original position in college. I think he could do better there. Still got Meredith. As long as they can change, they got the right players, just put them in the right positions. So I think they can protect Geno, but Geno can also move around the pocket more efficiently than some quarterbacks can. So I think they should be able to protect Geno Smith. And also the run backs, people say Gingy don't block. He does block. So I think they can protect him.
The Chiefs, Chiefs did get a little better, but from the Eagles, man, I don't think for what they did to the Chiefs was pretty nasty. So, and how they are right now, they're really stacked as a team. They're making basically picks that are luxury picks now because they've kind of solidified smartly. They got the quarterback. They definitely got the running back. They got wide receiver core, tight ends. They're pretty good at too. So I mean, it's nasty. If they get another running back, that's gonna be crazy. But as you said, for the offensive line, I don't think that we are. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's a great test, though. That'll be a great test to see actually where we really are. Because, we can only run from it for so long. And then we're going to play a team that's going to show us where our holes are and show us what we need to definitely invest in.
Hang on a second. Jason, do you have a Nightbot up too or no?
I think I do. I think so.
'Cause I don't have that set of mine. I just want to make sure it wasn't mine.
Okay. Yeah, he was tripping the other day. I think Nightbot was kind of having a bad day the other day.
Yeah, I don't have that one set on mine, so that's definitely not on mine. All right. Just want to make sure.
I mean,
I know I got the other one set to
Yeah.
not spam, but to keep posting. Make sure you like, subscribe, thumbs up, shit like that.
Okay, I gotta alter. I gotta have a talk with Nightbot. Let him know what I want him to do.
I get a list of questions, Rock, that I'm asking them. If you guys want to put a question in the chat, and I'll read it off to them. I might interpret the question a different way, just to let you know. But go for it if you wish. So, how dangerous can this defense be when Maxx Crosby, Christian Wilk? I'm sorry, we're going to scratch that question. We're going to change it. How dangerous can this defense be with Maxx Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, and the rest are locked in?
Chris, you want to?
Yeah, I'm setting a timer because I'm getting harassed here. I guess the media don't like me, so let me go and set my timer. Because media don't like me. I say I'm only here because I won't get fined. All right, here we go. Well, the main thing the defense got to do, we got to get those D-backs, make sure they can cover. That's how they can be dangerous. because if you had the cornerbacks and the D backs out there covering, sticking with their man, the quarterback won't have time to find an open receiver. As long as the linebackers can stuff the run, watch the tight ends come down the middle, then we should have a problem. If they let the guys loose, I started timing, but anyway, so let the guys loose out in the field, roam around where the quarterback has time to sit in the pocket, where he can pick and choose. That spells disasters for a defensive line because they're going to chase the quarterback so long. These 300-pound man, you can't keep running after the quarterback. So main thing is we got the D-backs and safeties and cornerbacks and everybody back in the backfield to hold their position, keep those receivers from getting open. I think we can do it. I think we got some good, decent D-backs now that can handle it. Got a good for safety. So other than that, that would be a monumental task. And that's how they can become dominant once again.
I mean, we don't really have that push in the middle right now, So I mean, that's just kind of how I see it. And like I definitely agree with Chris about the DB room. The things that worry me the most on this team is the offensive line and the DB room. As far as everything else, I think that'll work itself out. But for the offensive line, it's key to the running backs, key to the protection of the quarterback, of course. So that's why that kind of worries me. But if one goes well, everything goes well. You know what I mean? If the line goes well, then we do both well. With the defense, if we can't cover, we got some pretty good quarterbacks in our division, and that's just in our division. So the battle is going to be real between, that not having Wilkins definitely hurts, but we haven't really technically had him that long anyway. So, you know what I mean? It's just something that we're just going to one more time try to figure out. But when somebody goes down, usually somebody steps up. So I'm hoping somebody can definitely step up and we can figure out something financially to work out of the Wilkins situation somehow. If this is something that's going to linger, I think we should try to maneuver before it, gets worse and we're stuck with whatever we're stuck with.
Sorry, Shopkey. I had to put this timer because the guy that's answering this question, man, is harassing me with my long answers. I get 10 seconds. Excuse me. I got 10 seconds to answer a question, and my fellow partner over here gets a minute. So I'll have to put it up there so I can cut my answers short.
You can please remove that timer because there you go. They want to see everybody's face. I don't know why, but that's okay. Yeah. So I got a phone call from one of the. Yeah. All right. So Jason Downs is asking, going into training camp, how do you feel the Raiders are prepared and what is their main objective or focus of camp? Also, he wants it to be notated that his profile picture is of Piano Man, whoever Piano Man is. I'm not sure who that is. Do you need me to repeat the question? I still got him on the line.
No, go ahead, Jason.
Oh man. Sheesh. Let's look at last year. Turnovers and pretty much turnovers and inconsistency. The shuffle at quarterback hurt us last year, because it was just, nothing to build on, so now I'm just happy that our quarterback has been told he's the quarterback. We don't have to do this battle going into week one, flip-flop it. You're going to start week one and he's going to start week two and maybe we'll try him at week three. No, it's you are our starter. We believe in you. We give you the reins. Let it fly. That's the mentality. Let it fly. Hold nothing back. I mean, we won 4 games last year. What's the worst that we can do?
Yeah, I agree with Jason. Like you said, the team have to, for one thing, have to gel together and have to stay together. You can't keep changing pieces every other game. Like the offensive line was shifted around so many times. I mean, you gotta keep the guys in place so they can get continuity, keep together, so they know how. I know exactly what this guy does when somebody come on this side, they can do that. Yeah, keep.
All right, next question.
See
So
what
which
I
young defensive player is about to become a household name?
You know what? I'll see you guys later.
All right, he'll be back. He'll be back. The breakout player, offense, I wanted to be Geno. Offense, I wanted to be Geno Smith. Because if he can break out, then that means we can build everything around him. Like, that's the most important thing that we've been chasing for years, since DC, before DC, when we were looking for that guy, after Gannon, it's been that search. So I want him to do extremely well. I need him to be that breakout player. But yeah, it kind of starts with him. If I could put that offensive line into one person, I would do that too. But yeah, it's very important. But for as far as he needs to be almost great, because just in case whatever is not fixed yet, he's gonna have to kind of make up for that. So hopefully he's that offensive breakout player. Defensively, I want it to be Kuntz. That'll be so important, especially for Maxx, just for this defense. Just having Kuntz come back and just set the league on fire. Oh man. And then Maxx doing, we know what Maxx does. So, I just think that'll be getting that ball back to Geno Smith, So yeah.
Is Crystal sitting in the backstage?
Yeah, I think he's talking to his agent. He's requesting a trade.
Because I'm getting information that one of the that I guess one of the gentlemen that was up on the panel that wasn't happy with the way I was asking the questions. So all right, next question. Anyway, so we'll just gladly move on.
Just so you know, I'm cutting you off. I'm under protest right now. We're talking to my lawyers. I'm gonna sue your corporation.
How do you plan to stop Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Bo Nix twice a year?
This is not fair to me. I'm here because I don't want to get fined. I am going to file some.
I'll repeat this question so everybody can understand.
It's not fair to me.
How do you plan to stop Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Bo Nix twice a year?
This is not fair at all.
Jason, can you answer that question, sir?
No, I'm protesting.
We have a
Your name's not Jason.
We have a protest. Sorry, one more time.
Can you repeat that? Because I was interrupted numerous times here.
Yes, you were, because you keep cutting my questions off. You ask me a question, I don't get 1 second to answer. So, yeah, I'm cutting you off. I'm protesting. I'm on the protest, fellas.
He's got this. He's got the sign silver and black lives. Silver and black lives matter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What was your question? And then I was gonna say,
I'll ask again. If I can't get the full question out this time, I will move on to something different. How do you plan to stop Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Bo Nix twice a year? We'll start at the top.
Oh man. Keeping the ball out of their hands. That's the key. That's what we did not do well last year. It seems like the offense was not on the field as long as they should have been. We were too busy giving it to the other side. But yeah, keeping the ball out of their hands. The best thing to beat the Chiefs is keeping Mahomes on the sidelines. If we can run the ball, we can run that clock. We can, execute our offense where it looks like a real NFL offense. We'll be okay. And, and if we can do that against the Chiefs, I shouldn't look down on the other two in the division, but I always look at who's the tougher. Say if you go get into it with like 3 or 4 people, right? You probably want to get the biggest one out the way first, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's you always look at the biggest threat first. And just until some other team has Patrick Mahomes, I mean, the Chiefs are that team in this division. So just keeping them off the field, not turning the dang ball over. That's why I say this running back combo hopefully can hold on to the ball, and we can make it a long day. We can make it a long day for the division.
What is the single biggest improvement you've seen in this team compared to last season? We'll start at the top again.
Because let's see. Wow, man. There's been so much. Chris, I know you want to talk about this one. I know you.
I know I don't because each time I say something, you're gonna cut me off. That's a loud. This is the worst interview you ever got. I want somebody else. He's the worst. You know, you let nobody talk. So
That's right. I'm trying to keep the press conference moving.
Yeah,
So, Simon,
well, yeah, keep moving all
question
you
again,
want to.
please.
No. We play to win the game, damn it. Play to win the game. That's all I gotta say.
And you're clearly losing, so we're moving on. Now, who was the what was the question I asked? I lost my train of thought there for a minute.
Yeah. Let me see. As we talked about how to beat Mahomes, we talked about how to beat those three.
I'm getting another press release.
Oh, nice.
That fellow coach is not very happy right now, huh?
Yeah, you know, he voiced that he wanted more playing time. And you know, we've been, you know, I shouldn't even be speaking on football business, the business side of things, you know, because he's got to do what's best for him. And you know, he's a great player, you know, great content creator, you know, great person, you know, even better person, you know. So you know, we're just gonna let the agents take care of that and, you know, work this out. I just hope he gets paid, you know.
He's actually messaging me on Instagram. Telling me, stop it.
Because, you know, we all understand how important these questions are, and you know, until we see it, we don't know.
Fisty look.
I always look like this. I always look like this. You talking about? I look like
He said, "I always look like this."
I know what you're talking about.
Grumpy looking Louis Gossett Jr. motherfucker.
Hey, he kind of does. He kind of do look like Lou Gossett a little bit. Yeah.
Do you want to answer that question, sir?
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, Shopkey's right. Chris has resting bitch face.
Oh,
I just look like this, man. So I'm a bitch.
All right. Who is the most underrated player on this roster, and why don't people talk about him more? We'll start at the top.
Like always.
Damn, who's the most underrated? Oh, I think, you know, just kind of off top, man, Glaze. Just for the simple fact that what he's doing, like, you know, he got the job last year. And then I haven't really, you know, we've heard the mix of, you know, them kind of shifting around, but really he's pretty much solidified so far himself at that right tackle spot. So, I mean, I just hope, you know, that whatever they're seeing, I mean, obviously he's earning it, but I definitely want him, you know, we need him to succeed. We need him to be, you know, a good right tackle, because then we don't have to keep searching for the right tackle. We don't have, it's just one more thing. We're actually putting together pieces where we're not searching for the same position every year. Like, okay, we got to get that tackle. We got to get that quarterback. All right, we got to get a running back. Need a number one wide receiver. We need, you know, it's like, it's the same old song sometimes.
All right, same question to the bottom. All right, I would have to go with what Pig said in the chat. I got to go with AOC as the most underrated on this roster for sure. I know I just threw myself up on the stage to answer that question. I just felt as though I needed to agree with Pigs in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
No, in fact, can I ask you a question, Jeff, on that one?
Sure, go right ahead.
Why is AOC an underrated piece of the Raiders, and why would he be the underrated piece?
Because I feel as though he has not been given a fair enough shot to start for this team. He's still.
We lost Chris. Hello.
He's still.
Hello. We lost. think we lost Chris.
I'm
I'm on,
pleading with.
I'm on
No,
a
I'm
phone,
not.
asshole, so I had to answer the call right quick. So I'll be right back.
For sure. Yeah. I guess coming from Jeff's answer, like definitely being we need AOC just in case, Lord forbid anything, knock on wood, knock on everything wood. But anything happens to AOC, I think we are in pretty good shape with AOC.
You mean if anything happens to Geno Smith, we're okay with AOC? Because if something happens to AOC, we can't be good with AOC because then that means AOC got hurt. So, unless we've cloned him in the last week, that don't work. Just making sure. That's all.
AOC's been in the gym. He's been working on those biceps, those shoulder muscles. He's been working on with the speed trainers. He's running like a 4.9 right now. He's improving. He's getting better. He with the team that we have around him, I feel is similar to the team that he had when he had Devontae and everyone together. And we've seen what he was able to do to that. We've seen what he was able to do to the Chargers. 63-0. But just the way, 63 to whatever they had. But we seen what he's able to do with these weapons. So, we're gonna keep stacking talents to keep stacking it up. I worry, about nothing. We're going to the playoffs.
Before we go any further, Jason, I got to say that the answers you've given for your questions have been excellent. They've been super long answers, very thoughtful and very entertaining, very knowledgeable answers. I don't know why your other person up on the press conference table there at the top, at the head of the table,
Because you're a fucking asshole. You won't let me. You won't let me finish the answers.
And I'm not understanding. He insists on talking over me though, but won't answer any of the questions I've been asking. We're going to ask him a question and give him a chance to answer.
Now I'm an asshole. Okay, you know what? You suck. I answered the question. Yeah, let's move to the next question. God damn, I'm finished my answer. Yeah,
it's about that.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
Hurts me about as much as when someone comes in the channel.
The worst
chat and says Raiders
ever
suck.
had on the station. You at the bottom of the list. You are
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
You are the Cleveland Browns of guests on this show. You're the Cleveland Browns of guests on this show. I think you're good, but you suck.
Damn, that's pretty. Hey, that was you said the Cleveland Browns of whoo. Damn. Hey, the hatred is real.
Yeah. So, I got another question. Is there real brotherhood in this locker room, or are there still ego issues behind the scenes? We'll start at the top.
See, there you go again.
Every season I try to take my ego out of it.
Now I'm answering that question. I'm at the top.
Nice.
Jason, let's start with you on that answer, please. Go ahead. You started answering. Let him finish.
Let
him finish.
Every time I walk into the facility, I try to take myself and my ego out of it, and because it's not about me at the end of the day. I never really knew my father. What that has to do with anything, I don't know, but it's go time. It's go time now. We've done the talking. We've said we're going to do this. We've added, different players, different things from the draft. Done a lot of talking. We're going to do this and we're this and that. It's time to show. It's time to just kind of get nasty, get after it. Pause if needed. To get after it, and then to put the effort back. Raider Nation has done its job for years and years and years of showing up, showing out, putting fear in the opposite side. Now it's time for the team to show up, come together, and do what you do. Hopefully I answered that question too.
Yeah, you get questions spot on, man. You're perfect. You are the best, man. I'll tell you.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Jason, I do appreciate your answers. I just wish your partner would answer the questions, but I don't know.
Yeah, if you give me a chance to answer the questions, man, goddamn.
How do you keep the energy high when the national media counts the Raiders out again? We'll start at the top.
Start from the top. Yep, there we go. Start from the top.
Oh man. All my life, it's been a fight, man. Like, everything hasn't been peaches and cream. Even though peaches and cream is, kind of cool, but we've always had, if it's not the referees, Tom Brady, just everybody, sometimes even ourselves against us. But that's changing, it's changing, but I love it like that though, because
he's gone. Yeah, good. Hooray.
I love it when things or people tell us we can't do this or we can't do that, because the type of person I am, I stay with a chip on my shoulder. So you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna do it 3 times just for you. So please tell us what we can't do. Tell us we can't stop the run, we can't defend the pass, we can't rush the quarterback, we can't throw deep. Tell us what we can't do. Tell us we suck in the red zone, but that's fine because we're gonna do all that.
It sounds like you did the interview was having a little tickle fist back there. He's giggling like a little girl. So anyway, what's going on? Any other questions?
Let me see if any questions in the chat too.
I'm having a good time back there, giggling.
What would it mean to win the Super Bowl as a Raider, and what legacy do you want to leave? We'll start at the top.
There we go. Hey,
you know what? We'll start down below.
You want to take that one, Chris, or you?
No, I don't, because I get like 5 seconds to answer.
You're all. It'll be hella good. Thank you. For the years of suffering, for Raider Nation, man, I'm pretty sure for Mark Davis this would be great, but for the great and wonderful Raider Nation, man, the best, the strongest, the most, coolest fans in the world, the most passionate, this would mean everything, to just everything, where everything worked in the worst case scenario for us for the many years, this would mean everything. So this, for us, it feels close. It feels like we're building, and we're, we might not be there yet, but we're building towards it. Chris gave a good analogy the other night from the interview, that, are we going the right way? But no, we are at least getting in the right lane to head the right way. You know what I'm saying? So that was a great analogy and it feels like that. I feel confident. I don't feel like, oh boy, it's gonna be rough, because I literally feel like we're gonna smack the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be and then with that, I feel like it goes and we build off that. So bring on the Pats.
I can't take credit for that. That's actually with the violator, Wayne. He wanted to say I asked him a question that.
So why should Raider Nation
excuse me, and we're in the right direction? And he said, no, we're actually going into, we're not in the right direction, but we are pivoting to the right direction. So I'm not going to take full credit for that. I'm going to get back to Wayne, the violator, the interview we did Saturday. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, shout to you and your partner that did that interview too. Great guys, great interview, definitely.
So why should Raider Nation believe this is the year the Shield rises again? We'll start at the top.
I mean, commitment to excellence. That's what it's about. It's, when you have great coaches, and you give that great coaches, great players, great things happen. We have I won't say great. I would say, we have a pretty great coach, that's done it for a long time. I've seen him through college ball, through the NFL. Two teams I did not like, but he kept winning, with USC and his time with, the Seahawks. Yeah, but it's basically putting these things together, and not just a coach with the terrible offensive coordinator. We actually have a respected offensive coordinator. We've kept our defensive coordinator, which we don't do. We've usually get rid of them. So keeping solid coaches in places. We don't have people that Pete doesn't have to bring in anyone to give him advice or, give him, pointers. He's been doing this for a while. So it's confidence, it's everybody's buying into what Pete's bringing. You know what I'm saying? Like they believe in him, and we've never. Oh, gotcha. We yeah, but the feeling is good. Feeling is definitely good.
So I do see where was that? I did see a question in here. Don't worry about not being able to see his face. He hasn't even answered a question yet today, so I don't understand why the gentleman in the lower.
Because your fat ass will. Because your fat ass will.
Every time I asked him a question.
Because your fat ass won't let me answer the question. Give you 30 seconds to answer the question. So I just not going to answer any more questions.
Has not been a good day for Christopher Raiders in answering questions. Actually, I don't even think that's his real name. I think it's somebody else playing the role down there. No idea who he is. So.
And this is Sage, just so everyone knows, this is Sage, Brandon Sage. Come on.
There ain't nothing phony about these questions or this interview. Just the slug down below won't answer anything. I don't fucking get it. No,
talking about you, the slug? Yeah, okay.
You bastard. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in for this press conference. I don't think we're done yet, but I do just want to give Jason and his co-host a shout out for such an awesome job you and I did on Saturday night interviewing the Violator, Jason. I'm so glad you were actually on the show with me and had that chance to do the interview with the Violator Saturday night. I think the questions that you asked him, Jason, were tremendous. The answers that you gave today were awesome. I wish I could do every show with you, Jason, because you would be an awesome partner to do shows with. Unfortunately, as a guy that I do shows with on Friday and Saturday nights, whatever. Anyway, but Jason, I appreciate you. Your answers today were extremely thoughtful, well thought out, very involved. Very long answers, but appreciative answers. So I do thank you for that. And I'm glad you were stationed at the top of the screen. So every time I asked a question, I could just say.
That's because he had the answers already.
I mean, it's so much easier instead of saying, we'll start at the middle. That just sounds lame. Why would you start at the middle? You start at the top, work your way down. You go from excellence to That's how I look at it. So
definitely, the passion, man, is this passion is in me, and I love what we do. I love this team, love the direction. It means a lot coming from a legend like you. We seen you do great things here, and I just hope to one day be half the content creator that you are. Appreciate that.
I wish the gentleman that was on the show with us right now would step up and answer some damn questions. But man,
Chris is a man of little words.
I've never seen somebody not want to answer questions before and take himself out of the. See, look, he's back again. He keeps leaving.
Yeah.
Why do you keep leaving, sir? You've got fans that want to hear your answers to your questions, but you haven't
Well,
answered any.
if you shut your fat mouth, I can answer the question. Stop cutting me off. You always
You've
cut
been
me off. So I
hostile
can't.
more than
See,
anything.
I'm talking. Yeah, you see, you still talking.
59 minutes and
Each time I say a word, he says a
and
word. So I'll
hostile
answer
the whole
questions when
time.
you keep talking. So I'll keep muting them. Let me talk.
You know, Jason, the gentleman at the top of the screen, has been, yes, Leo, I agree. He's been a true professional the whole time.
Appreciate it.
This other guy, I don't know about him. What the hell?
Well, you know what? This will be the last podcast I do. You guys unsubscribe to me, cancel everything. See,
He said he sounds gone.
I'm done.
Already done, trust me.
Chris is a man of little words. He likes to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Definitely, man, a little worse. Couldn't answer any of the questions. The press conference was this today. This is a joke.
yeah, this is as my boy at OC, I think it's OCDA. You know, this is a real company, and these are real complaints. You know, so
See, again, he left the show again. Keeps leaving the show.
you know when you're on superstar status, you know you can kind of get oh damn, yeah.
I guess he's too good to do the show with you, Jason. You need a new partner. I'll be part of the pillaging show on Sundays.
I would say you can always pillage with us. You know what I mean? You're always more than welcome. This just in, Chris has been traded to the.
I mean, if anything, you bring more women in. I mean, I'm definitely the better looking out of the two, him and I. You know, I mean, look at me.
He said, "Look at his face, huh?"
Who doesn't want to be with us? I mean, come on.
Yes, sir. Did we
now, you big baby?
dig it? Hey, yeah. Yeah, definitely got a lot of good questions out there. Like tattoo, if you guys got questions, definitely put them out there, and we will.
Yeah. Yeah, and Chris won't answer them, so just put them up there.
He said, Chris has been traded to the Friday morning show.
Leo, do you need a new panel guy for your Monday night show?
Dig it, a shout to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Hey, dig it, a is it Drake or is it Kendrick? Let me see where you're at. Let me see what kind of person you are.
Chris, get your ass back in here. Is he still backstage or did he really leave?
I think he hit the jet.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he hit the jet. He said Chris is tired of Jeff's abuse.
Oh my god. Oh, that was fun.
What's up with Jay?
You know, I'm so glad I said yes to doing this because it was more fun than I thought it was going to be. Hey, you said have fun with it. I'm like, okay. Hi, Chris. How you doing, fella?
Yeah, how is everybody feeling about the Waller situation? Because I mean, I honestly, like I said, I really wanted, I definitely wanted him to get a chance back in the league. And like I said, we're stacked at tight end, so we're good. But it's good to see him get a chance back in the league, though. So hopefully he can stay healthy.
We'll start at the top. Go ahead.
Chris, you
gonna answer?
No, I had to separate Brown out because I guess the Barry was in charge though, so it just kicked me off everything.
Okay.
Did it really? You didn't really leave on your own?
No, the solar probably it does that every day so often. The battery's not fully charged. It'll kick off and recharge and boot back up.
All right, then I don't feel bad now. You had me feeling bad that you left because I pissed you off, but
you always piss me off, man. You just one of those dirty old fat bastards, man. You always piss me off.
So you're gonna answer the question about Waller?
Let's go to the top.
You already answered it. See what I mean, folks?
I mean, I can answer it. Yeah,
I just got back in. I didn't hear the question. What about Waller? I just got back in.
It was basically, how we kind of feel about him, just the opportunity he's getting, with the coming back to the league. Is he healthy? Is he, what I'm saying, like what Waller are we getting back? Is this a beast that we're gonna see? Because he is in the AFC, so we will have to, see him at some point. But I'm just excited, not too worried about him, but I'm just saying, like, it's good to kind of see him back in the league, just kind of how you feeling about it.
Well, it's good to get back in the league, get his head
Can I answer
together,
that?
and see. There we go. It's good for him to get back in the league, to get his head together, get his act together, all the bullshit he went through. Stay, like you said, stay out the studio. So I don't care what team he go. I mean, I don't care about the team he went to because I'm a Raider fan. So good luck to him, and good luck to whatever.
If he goes to Miami,
so good luck.
Yeah.
What did you say, Jeff? You said you wanted to say something about him?
No, I'm good.
Jeff's on strike now.
No, I already said what I said. I'm good.
Yeah, that's crazy. They went from Jonnu Smith to Waller. Better them getting Waller than to take Mayer. Sorry, somebody was in there. Let me see. Is he the Waller? Let me see. Is he the Waller who is still heartbroken from his divorce, aka per his music video? I'm sure he knows his music is a hobby by now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about athletes can do that. Like they got so much money that like they don't really need the, because most people, like when I was chasing my dream, it was because we were broke. We needed money, and we were trying to do whatever it was to take ourselves out of that situation, put our families in a better situation. And but for the athletes, it's like, oh shit, I can rap. I got money, so I can just buy all the stuff and then just write my own stuff, and like it's easy. But it's there's a different passion when you do it when you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? When you're hungry and this is life or death, and you're the last one in your family that could possibly make it, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be the one to carry it. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure, and it's either pressure either hurts you or makes you. Come on, what was the question? No. Okay, cool. All right. What was the thing? Oh yeah, never mind. Oh yeah. So basically, yeah, the hobby, hopefully he sticks to football, for now. I think that's where his bread and butter's at. Yeah, I mean, anybody can make a song, but like to have a career, that's the part. Like if like Dame had that song like years ago, and then nothing. Not saying that but I mean, it's hard to consistently keep making music. Especially as an athlete, that's even harder. As because financially, yes, you can do it, but it's having the time. You know what I'm saying? Having the time to actually spend the time writing, and like the song inspirations, going to travel to different places to get your inspiration, because like it's for artists, it's a lot of it's the vibe. Like you can, we'll have like writer's block or whatever, and then we can go to like say the beach or just out somewhere and just kind of clear your mind, and you're gonna get inspiration from somewhere, and you're gonna see something or you're gonna be somewhere, and then you'll get that okay, I can turn that to so but see with Waller, he's gonna be in Miami. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. That will be nuts. Yeah, he'll find another one out there. He'll find a wifey number 2. Shout out to Nightbot. Nightbot's chilling. No, we're just playing with him. Like, I there was one song, remember I sent you Leo on IG, you know, it wasn't bad. You know, it was pretty good. I probably wouldn't buy the album, but you know what I'm saying. But you know, it was pretty cool. You know, and music is therapy, and you know, not saying that he shouldn't. I know I said that as a joke, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to tell anyone to not do what they passionately love to do. Because, you know, that's like someone telling me to stop doing what I do. And you know, I said,
Leo, you know what's annoying? When you ask somebody a question and they don't freaking answer it. That's annoying.
It sure is. That's why I'm annoying the hell out you. Because you don't get a chance to talk. So I say something. Hey, go to the top. Besides, you didn't answer the question, Jason did.
How do you guys?
Now he's being foolish. Now, for real, Jason, it's been a nice show, man. I'm not going to tolerate this dude. I'll talk to you later now. Okay?
What?
For sure.
You
said, how do you guys think?
I asked him the questions. He wouldn't answer.
No. I answered the guy question, called me up.
I'm done.
Bye, guys. Jason, I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. For sure.
He left again. Oh, sorry. I got a brown out. My soul stopped working.
He said, how do you guys think Washington will do this season? The Commanders. I hope they lose the third game. I know that. But they can win everything else after that. But yeah, that's going to show us actually where we are. And you know, speaking of that game, I worry about how we are going to be with the mobile quarterback, because you know we've seen it in the past. We get pretty much burnt. We get the running backs torch our linebackers. You know, like has that changed? Have we controlled, or have we got that pretty much tamed where that's not a problem anymore? Are we worried about stuff that's, you know, past Raider stuff, or is this something we can be confident that has changed?
I mean, again, Philly's going to finish number one until somebody beats them, obviously, in their division. So I think Redskins have got the number 2 position locked up in that division.
Yeah, and then can he stay healthy? You know, because I mean, all he is an injury away from, you know, the Commanders going back to the Commanders.
True.
Let me see.
Rock, send Leo the link. I want to see this get worse.
See, he said he'll be.
He's upset, Jason, because I'm giving a crack because he wouldn't answer the questions. He kept dodging the questions. I would always say start at the top, so I would start at Jason, and when Jason was done, it was Chris's turn, but he didn't start answering the question, so I went on to the next one. My fault is slow.
Let's see. He said, "Oh." He's talking about Waller. When I seen that comment, he'll be hurt by week 1, I was thinking Jaden Daniels, but he's talking about Waller. He said he'd be hurt by week 1. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie though. I was kind of bitter at the when JJ left, and I kind of said that he'd probably be hurt by week 2, maybe, possibly. But like I said, I was just bitter. I didn't want him to leave, and you know. But I feel better. I said that. Got that out. Shared that with you guys. But yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, he'd be probably week, or by week 3 or something like that, 2 or 3, he'll be hurt. But he said Waller finna have hellos. Yeah, Nightbot. I don't know. Jeff, how you like Nightbot? Cover years.
I mean, I have it up for a couple other things too, but when I go on other shows, I pause them. The only one I keep up is the like, subscribe, you know, that one, and I do that one like, I don't know, I think every 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones I don't put on unless I'm doing my own show. Like, I don't want to go on someone else's show and spam it, you know, because sometimes it can get a little too much. The thumbs up one I don't mind. I'm sure other people won't mind it either if it pops up, you know.
Yeah, I was a little salty But he was salty too. So we
It's
evened
just
out.
like Chris is a little salty today. I don't know what's up.
Salty Raiders. I like that. Salty Raider podcast. Hey, but that's hella. I like how Waller did that though. He's like, shit, I ain't playing for them sorry Giants. So I'm going to Miami. Hopefully Tua don't get knocked out the game. Let's see. Waller was saying that the Giants turned him into a fullback. All he did was block, so he decided to retire. He didn't have any fun. You're gonna be blocking out there too, sir. But at least he's got a quarterback that hopefully, if he can stay healthy, can get him the ball, and that'll help. Is what's the name still in Miami too? They haven't traded him yet. Hill.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Nah, he's still there.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say I figured they're gonna probably keep him there because only they were dumb enough to probably give him that contract. That's gonna be.
I mean, the funny thing is, now I understand why when they made that trade for Jalen, trading away Jalen yesterday and Jonnu Smith. Now I know why they did, because they probably obviously were already in negotiations with the Giants to get the rights to Waller. Because they had to replace that. I mean, who else have they got? Gasecki's not even there anymore.
Yeah. And then they're running. I forgot who they got as a running back too, because they got the young kid, a chain, and somebody else. But I feel like we got the better running back too, because Mostert, I know he came off injury too, whatever. But what's the name? Blew his knee out. I think it was his rookie year at the end. But they kept him, of course, rookie contract. And I think we got the better running back with Mostert. So definitely.
Screw Mitch Reds. Screw Chugs.
Let me see. We said Mitch Reds. He said Jeff's favorite content guy says we still trading Mayer to Miami. No, because that literally makes no sense.
I saw posts on Instagram all over the place today about possibly still trading Mayer. I'm like, why? Whatever.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Because if the way we use Brock, we need him to be a flex. You know what I mean? Where he could be tight end, yes, but he could be able to be pushed out to wide, as a wide receiver too. And then, but with Mayer, he's that one that can stay at tight end and be, so we'll have multiple weapons. So it doesn't have to be either Mayer or Bowers. We can have those kind of packages. So I was gonna say I don't see that helping the offense by us. We need all the help we can get. You know what I mean? If anything.
Let's go.
I think he retired. I think for tonight.
Yeah. Mitchell runs in my hair, all right.
Minka, man, if we knew Minka was out there, bro, we should have went all. Damn, that would have been a good pickup. I mean, really, shit, Minka and Jalen would have been crazy. Would have been. I mean, yes, it would have been money, but imagine that defense, bro. Those two players, Minka's all over the place, and so Jalen can hold down. So that's half the field right there, locked down. But like I said, that's coulda, woulda, but that but that's kind of why though we do this though. When every player that gets traded or something like that, we're like, damn, we could have,
Oh yeah. Oh, like we should go out and trade for this guy.
Yeah.
Like with no thought process in it, they just like, oh, we should go and trade for this guy.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because I always look at if this person, because with Geno, we didn't know Geno was available, right? And then all of a sudden, Raiders acquire Geno Smith and trade, and so it's like I bet somebody else was like, "Damn, we could have came up too," but it's like that. Yeah, but I like Minka as a player. Ooh, it was a ball hawk. And then I think that's something we can definitely use in our secondary too. That would just that would take us over the top. Pricey, but worth it. He's gonna ball. That's the thing. Like with him, it's just that's the caliber of person he is. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Yeah. Hopefully he's helping both White, Genty, Maker for Mayor and a heartbeat. I know that's right. Shit, I would too. Hell yeah. But I think we need that type of Mayor tight end because really for what we did, and that's probably why we took him. Because it was two different styles of tight end. Because Michael Mayer, better blocker, what's the name of block too? But I think we have that 2-man where everyone was saying it. Remember with what's his name, Hernandez and Gronk having that two different styles of tight ends, but the Patriots made it work. We have that. I didn't know that was your hero, Jeff. That's crazy.
Yeah. Love the guy. Fucking Mitchell friends.
Has to be a deal.
The issue isn't even with him; it's with Chugs. It's that idiot Texans fan. Even though Mitchell Renz is a former Jets fan, converted to be a Raiders fan for his job. Well, like I said, Jay they did an interview with Mitchell Rance one day, and I busted their balls. I'm like, son of a bitch is in there doing a press, doing an interview with them, and he's behind him is all like, just like a plain Jane mantle with like all little knickknacks on it. Not a single thing of Raiders behind him. He's supposed to be a Raider guy. Not a single thing. Anything to do with Raiders, not even a green screen of the Raiders behind him. It's like what the hell?
Yeah. He said it has to be a deal worth it to give up Mayor. Can't be for a can of pinto beans. Definitely not. Definitely not. Not the pinto beans. Neighbor. Let me see. That's wild. Damn. He said for the old guy's show.
Yeah, you're right, Leo. You're not wrong there.
Darren. Oh, I was like, who the hell? I forget the hero. I was like, Derwin James. I'm like, I was like, oh. Like trading for over 20 picks. Yeah. Yeah, I like Gino. Gino fits here. We're gonna make this his home. You bring us one of those shiny trophies. You can stay as long as you can. Yeah, because for us, it don't matter who you are, as long as you get it done. Gannon came over here as an ex-chief, got it done. No hard feelings.
There's another guy. There's a guy that traveled around the league. Basically a journeyman quarterback.
Brought his guy Andre Rison over. You know what I mean? And that was a cold connection too. If you guys remember those times, like we hadn't been able to throw the ball like that in a long time consistently. And then that's of course when we added him to Tim Brown, and then we eventually got Jerry Rice. So I mean, we put together a tandem. That actually was fun times of like being a fan, man, because like that was our start. Because before that, we were looking for a quarterback. You know, this hasn't changed. This is nothing new. You know, this is what we do. You know, it's always been quarterback to next quarterback to, you know, always we go through quarterbacks like drawers. But it's crazy. But like I said, we found Rich, and it was like, okay, we got something here. And then we just kept, at that time, we kept building, adding pieces. I mean, Andre Rison he brought some life because he was different. Like he was, you know, he had fun. He was always doing that Spider-Man, you know, thing every time he catching balls and stuff like that. But it was crazy. It was a lightning bolt, you know, that it was a shot of life, you know, good times.
Hi, Chris. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
Okay, fine. I'm not.
Yeah, no, don't apologize to me.
Why? Why not?
Why should you? You know, once an asshole, always an asshole. So
Oh, wow.
you can't change.
Did that really bother you? Were you serious?
Yeah, no, everything was cool until you started going. I hate the fuck out of that dude. I really do. I hate the fuck out of that. To be honest with you, it's just see that shit when I was in school because
I was just trying to talk at the same time you were. That's all.
No, you go. That shit bothers fuck with. They do that shit when I was in junior high school, and I had deep ass voice. And somebody talk everybody. That bars the fuck up to this day. Everything else is fine. So let's let you know that.
Nice.
I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, Darwin is we talking about Darwin James. Like, I don't know. He was hyping up Renfro though. And he got burnt by Renfro so bad he had to put the extras on. He said, "Yeah, man, and Renfro, that's that boy, that's that dog, right?" He's like, "No, you just got worked, but you know, get in line. You're not the last. You're not the last. We're gonna see what he do in Carolina."
I am gonna hop off because I gotta get them to go. So
for sure, definitely.
Yeah,
Chris, thank you for answering the questions that you could answer.
Go sit on a donkey.
What the?
Yeah, definitely.
I couldn't think of anything. A donkey just came to my first mind. I don't know. So whatever.
Nice. Hey, if you want to blame anybody, blame Jason. He's the one that asked me to come in. So blame the guy at the top. Let's go to the top.
I'm not. Yeah, let's go to the top. Yeah, okay. I ain't blame Jason for anything. It's all your fault. You came with attention, man, to make me look good.
Hey, you told me to have fun with it. No, I had fun with it.
Yeah, my expense. Yeah. He said, everybody go suck an egg.
All right, everybody, have a good day. Jason, Chris, thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Chris, I still love you. You know that. Chris.
Yeah, like you love the months, right? Okay.
Nice.
Hi.
So appreciate you, Jeff. I appreciate that, man. We'll put some more together too later on this week too.
Oh, I'm sure Chris would love if I come back on again with you
I
guys.
will not be here. I'll be out of town when that shit happens.
Yeah. I would say besides Mr. Renz, you're his favorite, you know.
All right, later.
For sure. All right, brother. Yeah, it was definitely a great press conference.
Yeah, you had a good time. I enjoyed you.
Yeah, it was.
I was just a figurehead. I was just sitting there.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Like, hopefully the nation had a good time today. You know, we got to get some questions off. You know, we try to collect a lot of questions that we may miss on the show. So, you know, if we have to do these press conferences again, we will do them again. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, 99.99999% they have fun. I know I did.
Yeah. It's always my fault, Leo. You know what I'm saying? Always. So I just take the blame. I'll take the blame. It was me. Nah. Yep. So how's everybody feeling, man? Like, you know, it's a drought right now. You know, a little news here or there. I am excited. We are in July. That's all that matters to me right now because, you know, the guys go back to camp. and then it begins. Oh my God. So like I said, we just have to get through this drought, get through this quiet times of what is it, World Series of baseball and all the, shout out to everybody to do their thing and all that stuff. But I'm saying that's it. It's just when I see the World Series of baseball, I know what time it is. It's desert time.
You know what it is. When Raiders were doing good and doing well, we don't want the season to end. We want to keep going. Like, go Raiders. Then it ends like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we couldn't wait for the damn season to end. Like, get this over with.
But this shit so bad. Yeah, because it was just like, man, we got to stop the bleeding, and the only way is for this to be over because we ain't sniffing the playoffs with 4 wins. It's over.
We sniffed the playoffs since week 7, man. That was it for that. Like, yep, this is it.
That's crazy too. We got to stop. We got to stop doing that. Where the season's already over by week 5, we're like, well, it's over. We're 0-4. No teams 0-4 but it's like all that.
See, look at that. Damn, Jeffy in the chest fucking with me. You know what, dude? I'm block you. You are blocked.
Back.
Waller Prams, Oko Smith. Well, they took him back. That's good. White. Oh, I'm doing the chat. You keep on. Oh, so.
Oh, and he's got my bad. He's got Mike McDaniel. What's his name? McDaniels. I hate saying the name.
Not McDaniels. Oh yeah, the other guy. I ain't talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the good McDaniels. Or the good McDaniel.
The decent McDaniels.
Yeah. The one without the BS. Yeah. 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 Just a shout out for this Sunday morning pillaging show. I know this isn't Sunday and it's not the morning, and we're always pillaging. So, but yeah, this Sunday we have a crossover edition with a fellow content creator that he chose his side of the Chiefs. But it is Chief Fan Reacts. He's actually a very respectful person. He's showed love to the Raiders, has some very good takes on the Raiders, and actually makes sense, about, has a good vision of what we're putting together. So, he's definitely welcomed. We'll show some love. He'll be here. It's preseason, so, hopefully we can get a lot of these so we can get different perspectives from different teams and everything like that. So I'll try to collect as many as possible. He was cool enough to, show some love to the shows, and he watches a lot of the Raider content creators. So definitely excited to hear his takes on a lot of the, from their side to our side. Definitely.
Well, this might be my last Sunday show, my last show on YouTube. I think I'm gonna cancel after Jeff just embarrassed me, so I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. Christopher Raiders retiring at an early age of 61.
Nah, man, we need you, man. This team, you are the heart and soul of this team.
Man, I'm done.
You know what I'm saying?
After that fat bastard from New England, man, kind of embarrassed me. So,
hey, you are the Splash Brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't without you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you love me like you love a good case of the herpes, man. Get out of here.
He said, "Oh damn." He said, "Dang." Yeah. So DC was always taking the blame.
Keep chugging to 100. Shit, I wish I could. You know what, Pigs? That's a good point. By the time 100, pay the Raiders probably went. Well, not now, but before. I probably wouldn't have Super Bowl about 40 more years. So,
you got the 1972 ringtone. that house phone.
Old school. Everybody had their little ding 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 ding. I got this regular phone ring. I can do that.
Remember those? You're like, damn, I messed up.
Hey, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, if you like what you see, not earlier because I was an outcast, but if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to Jason, Raider Nation Jason, and me, Chris for Raiders, man. We do shows. We got a show coming this Sunday. And unfortunately, I might have a show this week with that dude, Jeff. I don't know. Whatever. But we'll see how that goes.
Jake Hammer, you got to wake up pretty early, man, to get us with that one, brother. You know, but nice try though. I give it to you. I
What
give
was
it to
that?
you. Hey, you got to do that on a Charger channel. They'll fall for that every time. But thank you. But you should really get that checked out though. But
Yeah, the phones are crazy. I remember those phones.
yeah.
I had life alert. I canceled them
Yeah.
because when I fell down and pushed the button, they didn't come.
Nice.
What am I paying you for?
Yeah. I mean, this is a seriously fun show. That's what this is. Seriously fun. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. My Bears. Dylan Holmes, salute. Salute you. Salute you and your Bears. My Bears offensive line hopes doesn't allow 68 sacks this season. Yeah, you got to keep Caleb up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested to see you guys' offense and kind of what it looks like. Hopefully it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully you guys can, you know, because you guys got pieces. You guys stacked up on wide receivers, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, they got some pieces there, you know, but like, you know, the Bears will find themselves in a good division. I don't know about Minnesota, but you know, you got to worry about the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. So that division's stacked. It's like we are. We're stacked. They're stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the outcome goes. Bears and the Raiders in the Super Bowl, huh?
I love it. Two historic, you know, NFL teams, you know, but I just feel like we would need it more, just a little bit more than you guys, you know, just a little bit more.
No, well, I just need us to win some damn games, man. You know, 4 games. Come on now.
Chris, you're gaining fans too. Look, hey,
Nobody likes me. I'm just a figurehead, you know, because you know they have the old affirmative action, man. You know you gotta have one white, one black in your building. You gotta have one young, one old. So I'm the old guy. So at least that's the affirmative action. So don't be discriminated to. You know, like, how come we have the old guys on the station? That's what I go.
Silver and Black Lives Matter, man. Silver and Black Lives Matter.
Oh man, so yeah, that was fun for you, Jason. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Definitely. I appreciate everybody coming together. Like, this is the time where I'm gonna give you my heart and soul, y'all, because I know there's nothing going on. These are the times I hate the most. So that's where we are gonna just, you know, pull whatever rabbits we got to pull out of this Raider hat, and we will bring you something, you know, spontaneous shows, you know.
Leaving that comment. Don't need that in here. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I seen that. Like to see these faces though. Salute to Leonidas Tullius.
Leo, that's disgusting, man. 2 guys in 1 cup. That's
damn. Kind of. Please take that to the San Francisco 49ers shows, guys. To the nastiness. Okay. No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I got a question for the top guy. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Well, you know, I've always been great. Just always had that mentality, just getting better and being the best I could be. And, you know, just until I get to the goals of having everything in life, I won't stop.
Do you think that that was a question. Why do you keep taking it off? It was a question.
Oh, I'm all clicking. I was looking for a good. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it was a question. I forgot who asked it now.
Let me see. What was it? Dang it.
Fuck you, Justin. Jeff. One more questions. You're
Shout
a man.
Shout to Sacktown, Leonidas.
What was the question then? Wait, hold on. There's a question I was going to answer, but it's going to be a 10-minute long question. Answer. So shut up, Jeff.
Let me see.
What
I
was
appreciate that, Leo. Did you discuss Michael Mayer trade potential?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Did you? Because I couldn't.
In fact, Chris, what's your take on The Michael Mayer situation.
Oh, let's go to the top.
Well, no, I was like, no. Yeah.
No, they weren't going to trade him, because from what I hear that Miami asked interested in him, they probably told him, hell no, go kick rocks. We're not trading Michael Mayer. He wasn't trading blocks earlier, but I guess they saw in OTAs and all that stuff. Now we're keeping this guy. Although they pick up like 3 different tight ends, they got like 7 tight ends on their team. So if they trade him, they trade him. But I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, and they better not ask for our 6'6" one too. Like I'd have hung up. That was me. I was hung up. Like, hey, can you get who? Oh yeah, you can get this. The hell out of here. Like, hey. How about Mark? He calling about Mike Mayer.
That, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got plans for him. We'll see what he can do. He's only what? Why would you trade a guy? He's only like 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's on a rookie contract still, so why would you trade that away? Get his 4th year if he ain't doing anything. Yeah, maybe. But not now.
Especially not to the AFC. Hell no.
No.
Oh no.
Trade him to the NFC somewhere, but not AFC. Nobody.
But hey, isn't that crazy though? Because out of everybody that they could go get, you went and got someone that was retired, traded for him. Is there not another tight end around, available?
That's right. He wasn't saying he still he retired. Oh, he's still on the same contract, right?
Yeah, because he was on the Giants contract, and then so they had to pay, pretty much get him out of that contract to trade. But we'll see. And then if he gets hurt or something crazy like that and out for the season, that's crazy.
What was the trade? What they traded a draft pick or what? I didn't see it.
It's a 2nd round tight end we traded up for a 4th is robbery. Yeah.
No, what did the Jets trade with Miami to get Waller?
That's a good question. Let me check. Let me see. Let me see.
7th round pick. Pick 8, 7th round pick.
You 6th round pick.
The 6th or 7th.
This one said 2026 6th round pick.
Okay, so the bottom of the draft board, man, is he worth that?
Ooh. Which I mean, that's a 6th late pick. It's a gamble, but I mean, we've seen what he can do, if he's healthy. But that is crazy.
Yeah, late pick.
And for $5 million, a deal that's worth up to $5 million.
Well, maybe he still got juice in the tank. Maybe not. Well, I won't see because we don't. Do we play the Dolphins this year? Yes.
Yeah, we play them.
And then we'll see if he shows up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I think Chicken handling him. Chin.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chin will send him back to the booth. He's like, you know what? I think I'd rather rap. He's like, I think I'm gonna work on my raps.
Yeah, Pix, you're right. His leg's probably still fresh, but then is he still in football shape? That's the thing. Can he take another hit?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we're looking at.
Yeah, I think his years with DC at the beginning were so good. It was like they were on the same page. And I don't know. I think I really do think the McDaniels thing, man, just came and messed the whole vibe up. He changed what DC did well. He's changed what was working for us, and tried to put his old stubborn BS playbook and system in. It was crap.
Yeah, one of the point that his playbook was stubborn. Yeah, it was. Yeah, stubborn is a good word for it. The thing was that he didn't want nobody drilling off what he had planned. What is Jeff still in the show, or that's for you?
Oh, I was gonna say salute to the.
That's Jeff. That's on his. Jeff, get out the show. You only you're not doing anything. Get out of here.
Just be yourself and be passionate about what you believe in. That's the only tip I can give you. But yes, just speak with your heart, man. Be who you are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, like I said, we're moving in the right direction. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, it don't take because some teams we build they take 5, 6 years. Now we don't have time for. I don't have time for that.
Mm-mm.
But at least, like you said earlier, that they still damn, I almost lost my train of thought. No, they still learn a new system. They still learn the calls, the verbiage. They still learn all that stuff. So it might take time. Hopefully, it don't take that long. Maybe it take the game 6 where we are 3-2 or 4-1 that they really pick up the gears and go. You make
Yeah,
that run.
Yeah, fast start. We gotta be aggressive. We gotta be on teams next before they realize what happened to them. We have to be up 21 on them. You know what I mean? Just being aggressive. Like if teams want to sleep on us, then that's cool. That's fine. We're okay. We're just gonna do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to keep doing what we do and build on what we do well and scrap the stuff that's not working. You know what I'm saying? But just building off stuff, not just all right, well, let's try it against this team. No, get rid of that crap that didn't work. You know what I mean? Because obviously it's not an NFL offense. So get some stuff that works and then work with the players that we got. We got speed. Use it. Slang that thing. Let our guys, you know what I mean, cement their legacy in Raider history.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when McDermott was there, they didn't allow him to play music on the field in practice. He didn't allow none of that crap because he want to make sure he's heard only. But you see when you watch OTAs from Pete Carroll's, they playing music. Even AP, they was playing music, having fun. Like you said, they have fun. They having a lot of fun playing, and that's going to be the key factor. I think is that it's a game that kids should play all the time. Let's just have fun with it. Go out there, like I said, throw the ball. Just run the ball. Let's beat the other team up.
Yeah, he said, I think Jeff came back as piano man. Beware, beware, y'all. Yeah, that's crazy. Because for me, I can't work out without music. Like I if I could, I could, but it's not good. It's not fair to my teammates. But I can play ball with my headphones on and be in the zone all game. But you're not supposed to do that because you got to communicate to your team, call it out, picks and all that kind of stuff. And it's crazy, but like if I could, I would ball with my damn headphones in. Music is mandatory, man. Like anybody that works out, introduce me to a person that works out with no music, and man, I would love to pick their brain because I can't do it. It's not the same workout. I could do it, but it's not gonna be the same. Like when I got the music bumping, stuff like that, I can get after it.
Yeah, little discipline. That's all I did. This is discipline. Like you're playing music on the field, you get in that rhythm, you get relaxed, and you can concentrate more on what you're doing. But the main, like Leo said, the main thing is discipline. You gotta have that discipline.
Ooh, I heard that. What do we do well again? I mean, man, yes. If you asked that question last year, you're like, "Ooh, we punt, we punt the ball."
Oh, really? Oh, special teams were our specialty, man. That's exactly all we did is punt, field goal. So there we go. We do that well.
Yeah, because it depends on who's quarterback. If we pass, okay, but it didn't matter who we had as running back because they all looked the same. Defense, I'm gonna give the credit to the defense because we talk crap about the defense, but how many times did the defense have to go back out there after Minshew threw a pick, or after the defense gets the ball back and then we turn the fumble or throw an interception? How many times did the defense have to go work double time? You know what I mean? After they already just came out. And then we flip the field again and put the defense back. And of course, they're tired. They're like probably defeated. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I just sat down, bro. I just got my Gatorade, just sat down. Why am I putting my helmet back on, going back on the field right now? You know what I'm saying? It's a joke.
If I look at it, soon as they come to the sideline and get their helmets off and they drink, they go right back in again. So they don't get a chance to either sit and take a breath because there's always 3 and out or a turnover or something stupid like that.
and then you can't learn anything. Like, because like after a series, if you're a smart team, you're going to talk to each other. Like, bro, did you see? I think they're trying to set up that out. If we keep covering that, this route, that'll open up that for them. So we got to watch out for that. But there's no learning moments like where you don't have time to even talk about what you seen last time. Like, okay, this is what they're doing. We need to counter that, and like just how to flip it. But if you're not even getting a chance to sit down and get your breath and talk as a team, because you see, like with Belichick, he was always talking to his guys. He huddled them up and he's sitting there preaching. If he didn't like something, he's gonna stop it. Like he's gonna fix that. He's not just letting it go, talking about, it'll work itself out. They'll figure it out. No, he's gonna pound it out of you. He's gonna be like, no, knock that off and do this. This is the way we do things. So we just got to get our defense off the field. Keep them fresh so they're just flying because we got speed. So keep them fresh. We'll be all right.
Yeah, Lee, I agree with you. AOC had the offense moving. Yeah, like I said, he should have started last year. That's what I expected, and that was a no-brainer. But he did have the offense moving. He had a couple of turns here and there, but not like the other guy did. But what AOC didn't have was a running game. That's in key. Get that second down and 3. Why should we have to throw on third down and 3 or third down and 2? Why should we have to throw on that down? It make no sense. Because a lot of times they go third down and 2 and they throwing the ball, so we can't run the ball. So now they got to throw it. So this year's gonna be different. It's gonna be a lot different.
Yeah.
But
he said, "Was the cadence while marching?" I know that's right.
Was what?
The music. He said the only music we had was the cadence with marching or while marching.
A military cadence, yeah, pretty much. The way McDonald's ran the damn camp, like a goddamn military camp.
Yeah, and that's different. That's different individuals too, because it takes a different individual. Because it's hard for me to do without music, to the best of my ability. Let's see. Or at least I tell myself that,
Rock, we trade AOC and what? We're not trading AOC. And the way it looks, we're not trading Mirror neither. I don't know. That'd be a dumb move to trade both of those guys on rookie contracts. That would be stupid.
That'd be nuts.
That would not be a good move. Because who was out there we trade for? What player do we need that you trade for? Apparently, Raiders didn't want Jalen Ramsey because they didn't go out there and try to trade for him. I think he went to Pittsburgh. They didn't want him. So who else is out there?
That really makes me wonder what they see in the secondary. Like I know we think we know what's going to happen, but it could go any way because like I just hope that maybe we're sitting on 3 monsters in that secondary.
Possibly. They must see something they like because they didn't trade for anybody. They didn't pick up any free agencies. They like the other guy from Frazier. Was it Frazier?
Yeah.
From Green Bay. He came into the building, but they didn't come out to any deals. So I guess it's we'll see. And then he went somewhere else. So they wasn't actively looking for another cornerback. Because I guess they got some good pieces there.
He said, "Well, what would we get for AOC? Some jelly beans?" That's crazy. Come on, AOC is worth more than jelly beans.
At least some licorice,
some fruit snacks, at least. But
what's up, Tag Time, man? What's going on, brother? 2 King, brother.
Yeah, because that's the part too. Like when you think about tradable pieces on our team, like people that we could trade, we don't have extras. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they were talking about Maxx, that would have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, we don't have pieces that we could just give up and then we'll still be good. Because we need, if anything, we need to trade 4 pieces. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't think there's no expendable pieces on our team whatsoever. Like we don't have an extra running back. I mean, I would trade Zamir White in a minute. Don't get me wrong.
Now
I'll
that's
trade him right now for the jelly beans.
I wouldn't give Zamir jelly beans at all. I'll give him a half-eaten sandwich, man. That sit down in the sun for 2 days. I won't trade for anything. No, he's not trade worthy. Unless he had a breakout this year, which I doubt, because he's the 4th man. He's the 4th man on totem pole. But we got to build our team first. We got to build a depth first. We can't trade our axis away because we have no depth. So now they building depth up. Now, we'll see from there. You won't trade anybody.
Yeah. The only person I would literally trade is Zamir, and that's it. But just for the simple fact that I'm not too worried about him hurting us anywhere else, and I don't think it would matter him being on our team or not. You know what I mean? So,
Well, if they put him on trade block, somebody probably be stupid enough to say, "Yeah, we'll take him. Okay, give us a 7th round pick. We'll take that." Although he was what was he picked? A 4th round, 3rd round? I remember that far back now.
I think it was 4th. Oh no, because what's his name was 4th. Aiden, wasn't it Aiden 4th?
84th.
Yeah.
I don't know when was picked up, but hey, I'll take a 7th. Shit, a 6th. Yeah, you can have him. You don't need him. But he probably get cut before you even get on a trading block.
Yeah. I think he gets a chance this year, I feel, because just of how our roster is, that they're just going to probably try to see if they can fix him. And then if they can't, then, hey, by that time his contract should be close enough to up that,
Okay, Raider Rob, that's not true. The offensive line was garbage, as we all well know it. Lead it up from there. Yeah, they were garbage. But remember, he came in the league. He couldn't even run on a better offensive line. He couldn't even run on that. So it's his fault that he can't see the holes when they develop and pop through them. You see him just run up behind line and back.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. You're right, and also not wrong, but you're right on one part. You're not wrong on the other part. But
yeah, I definitely feel and Red Rob, you were right. The line was trash until they started kind of making some changes and figuring it out. And I'm hoping that's what they're doing. As they're shifting, tackles to guard to just trying to make it work, trying to fit what, and then hopefully by preseason is done. We can leave it alone. We can just do what we do. Because I think last year we were still trying to figure it out. The year before, I know we were for sure trying to figure it out, playing with different rosters and lineups and stuff like that. So I just want this line to be set where we got our solid 5 guys. You know what I mean? And then, of course, we got our depth players. But I'm saying, like, we need we don't know so far our cemented guards. You know what I mean? Tackle situation, we're pretty set right now. The center, we're set. But the guards can go either way. So,
well, at least they got some guards in there that can compete with each other because they got, like I said earlier, they moved Mumford to left guard, which he should be better at. That's what he was at Ohio State before they moved to tackle. Mm-hmm. So let him go in and fight for that job. Right side, Rogers and Kappa to fight for that job. So we'll see who wins that. So at least they got some better competition than they've been having for the past few years. So see how that goes.
Yeah. I like that Pete likes Mumford, that he's willing to work with him. Because I feel like he's been developing for a while, slowly. But last year he just was injured a lot. And it just, it really gave us a big hole there. And, of course, we can't run the ball when we can't keep a tackle. We can't keep, people at their position. So,
yeah. Yeah, they did play better. For one thing, they fired that line coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who it was. They fired AP fired the line coach, the offensive coordinator, and a few other guys. And then they put in Vasily in there. I'm saying his name right. They put him as line coach, put JPJ center, and did this and that, and they got better. That's when we could run the ball. That's when Sincere McCormick came in there and started running.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to give teams a heavy dose of that run game, man. Like that's why I think a 3-headed monster would be perfect. Just someone that could just get, at the very least, just where it's just pressure. Like it's when you're not letting up, you're not getting a break when we put our 3rd string running back in. We're not letting up. Like you gotta get him too. He's gonna be bringing it too. And that's what, like, if Zamir could somehow channel whatever got him all the hype, just go back to where it started. Just whatever you have to do to go back to that mentality of who you were before injury and all that. Like, just for you to just be a threat, because that's all we need to do is be a threat, a believable threat. Like if we didn't want to run play action, we want it to be believable that they're not like, oh no, Zamir's in there. They're gonna this is play action or it's pass. We want it to be like, oh shit, damn. If they give it to him, he can break for some yards, but with the option to play action and I'm saying hit people over the top. Because that's the thing. I think this is going to be a spicy offense where it's not going to be predictable. And then if it looks like what I see with movement, vision, with just I don't know, with smart enough quarterback like Gino, I think this thing could be nasty.
Well, yeah, we got the threats, though. That's what's good about it. You don't know what we're going to do. Keep that defense guessing. They're going to run. They're going to throw. What they going to do? Keep them guessing. I keep saying, give that defensive coordinator a big old ball of tons because he's going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what's going on with my electronics since that power went off, man. Everything's going crazy over here.
Yeah.
I hate when it does that.
Yeah, but I try, bro. I try to be, because I do like real talk. I love the Pete Carroll signing. Just as far as just finally we get someone that doesn't need people around him to help him coach. He's a coach. It's what he does. And we finally got a quarterback that's, it's not Joe Burrow, but who knows? He could be, and I know we do this every year. We do it every year, but I do believe it. I do believe this year. I definitely believe. I believe we're way better than we were last year, but we still got to do our job. Still got to do what we need to do. Yes, it does. It definitely did. Yeah.
I don't know. If I want to go out again, I'm getting a warning from my goddamn solar panels. I might click out again.
All right. I was gonna say, yeah, we can let it go. But I was gonna say we'll be back. You know what I mean? Well, something will happen again. I'm off Friday, so I was gonna say Friday definitely will get a show out of me Friday. But yeah.
I might be back. I'm gonna go look at my retirement options. I might be back. I don't know.
Yeah, just know I can't do this without you, man. You know what I'm saying? This team needs you.
It's also time to say goodbye, bro.
Hey, one more year. One more year. One more year. One more year. Come on. If Waller came back, you could for sure come back.
No, Jeff, we ain't telling you shit. You ain't coming back on the show. Get out of here.
He said he's out. Come back. Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
No, I'm done. If he comes back here, I'm done.
He said, I like the culture Pete brings to the team. Seems like everyone is buying in.
Yeah, definitely doing that. You can see no chance the smiles on their face, they're having fun and enjoying it. You can see that. We haven't seen that in a long time. Well, AP did have that too. I'll give him credit for that. They did have fun when he was there. But before that, it was miserable. It's like that job you have. No, I hate going to work, but you got to do it. You guys seem like they enjoy going to work. So,
yeah, not the ice cream, Tat. Not the ice. Where did I see it? I swear I seen ice cream somewhere. It says face and come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement.
Nice. He said facts too.
I'm not doing no face. I ain't gonna do no tattoo like that. I'm sorry.
Man, all good shit. Locked in. I mean, if your invite gets deleted, I don't know who could have did it, but I'm just saying, if you don't get that invite, I know where it went.
I deleted. I took it off.
As you can hear from the sirens, my time's is up. No.
Right?
Let me see. Y'all getting the Raiders back. Yep, we back. you know. And I can't wait to just see it, you know, where it's 1-0, where we're like, okay, we just smacked the Patriots 56-0, you know, feels good. About to go see these send LA Chargers, and we do the same to them, and then go to Washington and chase around Jaden Daniels, you know, and then it, you know, 3-0, 4-0, yeah, you know, but until it happens, you know, we'll be here to talk about it.
I was going to get to a good start. You know, I just want to say a good start. You know, last year it seemed like it was a good start because we did beat the Ravens at home at their house, and then we had that game against Carolina. So, oh, good, look at it, we're going to be 1-2. I mean, 2-1. God damn. That's what you know.
Change it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like AP was that dude that, like, you know, after the practices, you know, he gathers the guys up and then buys them all beers. Like, too cool. You know what I mean? Like, especially with, are you putting in that work to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there's a balance. Yeah, it's cool to be cool with your team, but then your team's gonna kind of run all over you. You know, but you got to be stern, but you can't be so stern that people can't talk to you. You know, so there is a balance. You have to be approachable. You have to be, you know, relate. Yes, as a player, it's cool. I love coaches that were players. I don't really I mean, how do you say that without being terrible? But I just respect. I'll just leave it at that. I respect coaches that have played the game, that have been in the trenches, been in the scenarios, been in these situations, so you can relate to. Okay, so he knows, you know, what I'm talking about. I don't feel like I'm talking to someone, and then it's like, bro's never played before, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. You know, it's like, you know, people that have been through, you know, championship game, all the experience that you need to, you know, that you've not been in. It's like, hey, so, you know, you can't ask someone something that they've never done, or that they could just tell you about someone else's situation. You want to hear from someone that, hey, well, this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when I face this kind of situation, I would always blah, blah, you know, blah, 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 whatever you do.
Well, you know, AP had a good relationship with the players, which is what you're supposed to have. You know, you can talk to them, but then sometimes you got to switch that I'm your friend mode off to I'm your coach mode on. You know, this is what you're going to do in the game. You know, like I said, they always say never be friends with your boss at work. It doesn't play out right. Pretty much almost the same thing. You can talk to them, this and that, but being friends, going to have beers with them is not, they say, conducive, but I had done that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, you know, he was good in that aspect. It's just that he didn't have the coaching skills yet. Didn't develop none of that. But, you know, and now we got experienced head coach who been through all the trials and tribulations of being a head coach. You know, been through the wars and battles and seen it all, and seen it all pretty much in his career.
Yeah, I agree with Raider Rob Rager too. I love AP, but felt like he was in over his head. Hate to say it. Yeah, they rode the wave, because remember, we were still paying Gruden. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still, you know, and then the contract with McDonkey, and then, you know, so that was a lot of money pretty much dished out. So basically, since everybody was hyping AP, and Mark was like, okay, well, shoot, I got a lot of money out there on these other last coaches, so I might as well, you know, hey, they like AP, so hey, you know, hey, what's the worst that could happen? Huh? It's not like we're gonna win 4 games or, you know, something crazy like that.
Well, like I said, I think they were more happy getting rid of McDummy than they were. You know, they were happy to get AP, but they was more happy getting rid of McDummy than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why probably the players. I'll scratch Jeff. You call ice on me.
He said, "I'm gonna subscribe."
Hey, you know what? Rocky probably did. Be careful.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shoot, our coach was, you know, a star DB. He was like, Cooper DeJean is not a safety. Nah. Go Cal, baby. Yep, D-Jack. Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine him at USC. That would have been nuts. Deshaun. Because from Marshawn, Deshaun Jackson. I'm trying to think of I forgot bro's name. Damn, he was after. Never mind, we're not gonna do this right now because I'm not gonna burn my brain cells, but it'll come. The original Cactus salute.
Hey, salute, man.
I like your style, brother.
Original Cactus.
Raiders gonna cook with Gino and Genty. Ooh, Gino and Genty this year. Definitely so.
Yeah. Like you said, two-headed monster, three-headed monster.
Yeah. No, this was a Cal, Raider Rob. This was a Cal Bear, California Bear running back. I can't think of his name. He was raw like around that time too. Like it was a little bit after Lynch and all of them. It was after Lynch, after Deshaun Jackson. Damn, I'm trying to think of the running back. Best, was it Best? Javid Best. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Javid Best. I don't know if you guys remember him. All the Cal fans will remember, but like that era, that was some good ball. Because that's like the Reggie Bush and all that those years for like USC and stuff like that. And then we were kind of doing it. We were doing it, but when we play USC, we wouldn't be doing it. Or we play Oregon, we wouldn't be doing it. But we'd be okay for like the first 3 games, and then after that, it gets a little shaky.
Sacktown is description in the it's in the descriptions. You can see it. There's links there.
Yep, I'll it's Raider Nation Jasin, but Jasin with Jasin. Oh. Yes, sir. And then Lion fan, but love the Raiders too. Man, we appreciate you too, brother. You know what I'm saying? No beef with the Lions so far. So except that, you're welcome for us not taking Calvin Johnson. It worked out pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, really? We couldn't. Who would we get? We got somebody else. I'm like, why?
Yeah, but yeah, Lions are cool. We were hoping the Lions were going to beat the hell out of the Chiefs somehow, some way, going, if they were going to the Super Bowl, but kind of worked out different. But you guys will be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got Benny Johnson, Beneford, Benjamin.
Yeah, first year coach. See how I do. I think I was tired of first year coaches, the experienced coaching. So we'll see how you do.
Yeah.
You say you're gonna call out good offensive plays. Yeah, it takes more than that though. It takes a lot of other things too. But yeah, we'll see how he does. I'm not wishing anything bad on him. He never wanted to come to the Raiders in the first place. He probably used that as just to get some more money. He never just say, I'm gonna go to the Raiders, or that I think about going to the Raiders. He never even mentioned that. So, getting Ben Johnson might have been all right. But then again, I say first year. Let's see him 5 years down the line, see if he's any good. Where he take his team.
How old is Chip Kelly? I'll never hear nobody talk about he's too old.
Who? Chip Kelly?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I was just thinking, like, his hair is gray too. Or it's gray, that grayish blonde. Why does bro remind me of the old boy Philip Seymour Hoffman? Is that just me? Am I tripping? Is that his brother?
Chip Kelly is 62 years old. He's born a year before I was. November 25th.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's still a young man. He's still a young man.
It's 61. Yeah, he'd be 62 this year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He said the Lions window been closed. No, I think no, because I really do think Green Bay though is gonna catch up in that division though. I really think it's gonna be Green Bay and Oh, well. I still think the Lions, though. I think the Lions and Green Bay. I think Minnesota's going to fall off. I don't believe in quite in the Bears yet until we see. But yeah.
Well, Minnesota might be all right because they got that quarterback whisperer on there for some reason, make everybody look good. So he could probably make JJ McCarthy look really good. They still got Jefferson there, and what's his name still there. So they got the weapons. So they might be okay. It's gonna be a slugfest in that NFC East. I mean, North. It's gonna be a slugfest. So, but really don't care. But we'll see what happens. Don't worry about our division. It's gonna be a slugfest.
And then Lions building something for sure. Yeah, Lions going for sure. Yeah, Java Best was fast. Was hoping he'd do something in the NFL. Me too. Like that sucked. If you guys seen that game where he got injured in the end zone, he got like smacked. He tried to jump over the pile or whatever. Yeah, he just kind of never was the same.
What's up, my friend Jack Kenner? My good friend.
Yeah. Salute to Jack. Salute to Sacktown too.
Yeah, Sacktown just subscribe to your channel. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Every bit, man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Calvin Johnson. It's just just one of the most freakish athletes ever. But it's all good. We'll get another one.
Yeah, we missed on a lot of plays we should have, but we didn't. Now this last two drafts, we got players that we got, and I'm happy with that. Instead of missing on talent because of one head coach and I don't like him, get somebody else. None of that crap anymore. Because like I said, if Ziegler was being a GM, we could have had CJ Stroud if he was a GM, but he wasn't. Oh, McDermott overruled him. I don't want him. I said, well, he's the best fit, a quarterback out there. No, you want the other guy, Bryce Young. I'm not saying Bryce Young is bad or anything like that. I'm not putting nothing against that guy. But,
David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs?
I'll take Montgomery. Gibbs is a good running back. And it's hard to choose, really.
Yeah. I'm going to say Gibbs. Just because, I like what Montgomery does. He's like the Thunder. But I like the type of back that Jahmyr Gibbs is. I would love for us to get one of those on the other side of Genty. But see, at least with this, I love that we got Genty. We already got that running back. Okay, so now next year's draft, all we should be focusing in on is the tackles, the best tackles in the draft, and another good running back, and then just shore up this defense. You know what I mean? Because everything else is pretty.
I say this: you draft another quarterback, regardless. Yeah, we got Geno Smith. Yeah, we got AOC, and we got Cam Miller. So what? Draft another quarterback. You never know. The quarterback you draft now. I ain't saying a high draft pick of a quarterback, like first round, second round, third round. Let's just draft a quarterback. See how it works out. Because the years we didn't draft any quarterbacks for a while too. AOC, I guess, the last quarterback. So draft another quarterback. Draft it till something works out. If it's later rounds, if it don't work out, you can get Crocs.
Yeah, like because how we were saying too about that line, like this is now we can afford to pretty much take that pick because it sucks when you have to take a tackle at the first pick. It's not the sexiest pick, but it's needed. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But for all the holes that we had, who was going to run if we were, right now, I think we've put the pieces that now we can focus in on getting that best available tackle early. And stuff. But, I do agree with you too, that we do need to get a quarterback for the future too. And this draft whiz is going to be a good one for quarterbacks too. But then we're going to see because who knows
And
who's going to
linebackers.
stay
And linebackers.
and linebackers.
There's a lot of linebackers coming out next year, so we can start looking for linebackers if we need to. So linebackers, the quarterbacks, just grab them. See what happens. Cornerbacks. But basically just pick up guys that, okay, you might not start next year, you might not start, but you'd be a good depth piece to have. And then while they're here, they can go ahead and go through, getting trained and get everything else. Get them ready. So
Yeah, ready, Rob. That's my guy, Mostert, man. That's who I'm banking on, being a difference maker. I really do. Because, a couple years ago, 19 of them, and that's only 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, if he could do half that, I'm good with that. With Genty, let's get this running game going. Let's make him respect it.
Well, yeah, 20 touchdowns in that one season, so bring that back.
Yeah,
I think he had more touchdowns in one season than Red did the whole season. I think he did.
He should be the red zone guy. I feel like he should be our red zone guy. Like let Genty kind of eat the middle of the field between the 20s, and then red zone, let the vet eat. Let him get in there.
I wouldn't take if Genty's running well, I wouldn't take the ball off his hands. If he's running down and got him down there, I'll keep it in his hands unless he's tired or something like that. But no, I wouldn't take him out. I'll let him sit there, like keep eating. If you're tired, come out for a break, go right back in there.
Yeah. I want to see what running backs kind of get cut too, like around, the when they start get these rosters down. And then see, that's the thing too. We're not done. No. You know what I'm saying? Like we are far from done. Because once we start breaking this roster down, and then other teams are going to start getting rid of people, and then for the team, especially like Philly, for all the players that they kind of gain, because they're stacked as their team is, a lot of good players are going to hit that wave wire. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I know Pete and them are going to bring the best. So this roster will be filled out. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm not panicking, because we should have got this. They should have got that. Yeah, they got to cut their teams down. They got to lose like 38 players. Well, they got to do my math right. And there's going to be a lot of players out there with no jobs, and some teams cut players for other reasons, and we can pick up some of those players up. Hey, what's up, Cool Cap? We can pick up players, man. You said we get that big running back. We might get a big running back. Just get a young linebacker. You might get over offensive guard. When they make the cuts, there will be a lot of players available. Because we got big haircuts too.
That's where Zamir White makes his exit. They're like, oh, Raiders picked up Zamir White. Wait. Released.
I think they'll probably give him a second chance. See what we can do. Put him on certain downs. See if he can get more than 2.8 yards of carry. See what he can do. He's a big guy. I'm not gonna say he's a power. Well, he could be a power back, but one thing you gotta learn is he gotta get his eyes straight. If I had to wear those glasses like Eric Dixon did, those goggles he used to wear when he played football.
Damn,
get some eyes so you can see.
The champagne goggles.
Hey, salute the Detroit guys. Look, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, if he can, better offensive line. Better schemes, he might can do well. I haven't given up on him yet until next season. After that, I'm done with him. Everybody deserves a chance. Some players only develop for 3 years, 2 years.
Best case scenario is Tyree Wilson and Zamir White have career years.
Yeah, that's the one I really got to step up. If he don't, then he's definitely gonna be gone.
Because when you think about the roster as a whole, those are the two names that stand out. As far as when you think of, I hate to say weak link, but you know what I'm saying? Like not the weakest link, but as far as if you're thinking about anybody, like say first player, okay, starter, okay, we're good there. Second player, we're good there. Third, it could be anybody between Zamir, Sincere, all these. That's what has to get better. because that's where Pete's not going to put him in there if he doesn't think he's ready. So that's the thing. Like by him being there still, it just makes me wonder, like, what is maybe he's trying to fix it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, and then by them not fixing the secondary means maybe they see something that, like I said, we're not there every day. So maybe they see something that they can build on.
Yeah. I think, well, they got football minds in there. They see something that we can't see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody wanted Jalen Ramsey. I said, that's fine. They get him. Just don't give up a bunch for him. And watch his salary cap. They wanted the other guy, Frazier. I didn't want him from the get-go. Dude that didn't play 14 games in 2 years. Like, yeah, that's like Nate Hobbs stats. Like, yeah, he's a good player when he's out there, but when he's out there, the best way is like get a player that's going to be out there. Sign him to a contract. Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you on that.
Definitely. Yeah, guys, Nightbot is active and on one. It's a cool cat. What's up?
Hey, cool cat, like we said, we at least his lead is up.
Yeah.
I keep deleting. He talk up, put it up. You keep it up.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I can do a chat too. So this is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he said he might need night vision in his helmet. He might need something. A periscope or something, because he can't seem to find pause in there, so he can't find no holes.
Yeah, if Coach sees him with a visor, like a dark ass visor, be like, no. Come on,
dude, take that off.
We're gonna get you that clear one.
You can't see as it is. Why you gonna wear something dark? Nope.
Yeah, so you can't see. So you can get this visor when you earn this visor, when you start seeing.
Yeah.
I'm not bueno. I hope you're bueno.
I got his name back. He's not Bruno.
Nice. Oh, Bruno.
Yeah, you got his name back. Good, bro. Good, bueno.
I would say Genty for the red zone and mix him in with the rest of the way and to control the game. Yeah, it's like I do want to mix. I don't know, for his size, just because I just trust Mostert as far as like red zone, because that's kind of how Miami used a chain in him last year. Was they let kind of like the young kid get the pretty much yards in between the 20s, and then Mostert would pretty much clean up in the red zone. So just whichever way works, whatever works. I think the pounding of the goal line for Genty, early might be a little, because he can bounce off tackles and everything like that, but he's still a rookie, still young, young bones. So,
well, like I said, if he's eating it up, you get him down there. If he's not tired, leave him in there. Let him finish it up. Mm-hmm. Because he's a rookie. Why are you going to sit there and take that away from him when he busts his butt to get down the field by running the ball, and then you get down to the 5-yard line and you take him out? I'm sure he's a professional. He probably understands that. But still, I wouldn't do it in his rookie year. I was like, you know what? Get it done. Finish up this drive. You got us here. You take us there.
Mm-hmm. Or we could just put Lobby in. Why not? Get Lobby off the bench and then say, hey, Lobby, hey, come in here. Get some of this.
No, thanks.
How'd that work out?
I'll pass on that.
Like, hey, we've been flowing on offense, man. I guess he. Yeah, man. Hey, in fact, Lobby, get in here, man. Here, put your helmet on. Run this ball, bro. This 45, right?
No, we'll keep him at kickoffs and punt returns because he's a backup to Mallet. Well, according to the latest ones, I don't know. It might all change, of course, by the time the season starts. But yeah, let's keep him there.
Yeah. Who's gonna be Zach Crockett? Remember, the Crockett was the red zone, the 4th and 1.
I was Crockett all the way. The defense knew they was putting Crockett, and they still couldn't stop him.
Mm-hmm. So who's gonna be Zach Crockett? Zach Crockett was like I want to say 4th running back. I just can't think of who the 3rd. It was give or take, but he was always a red zone. That was a red zone man. When you see Zach, you already count 6. Yeah. So hopefully Zamir can be Zach. Be that at the very least. Just punch it in. Get your big muscles in that end zone.
Mm-hmm. Get your horse carrying butt in there.
Get your horse riding. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, appreciate it, Sacktown. Really do appreciate that. The Detroit God. Salute Chris, my big brother.
yeah, well, no news, man. It's good. Nothing besides these things, which I'm not surprised. You know, Rams didn't come here. I know. I was like, yeah, get him not. I'm not surprised he didn't come here.
Yeah.
As far as Waller, that was shocking. Like, what the hell? But good luck to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
And
luck to him.
he'll be making some good music out there in Miami.
Because he wasn't a bad kid here. He wasn't really that, but he had some issues by injury. People say he quit on us. I say, well, I don't know what's going on through his head. He has some things going on, in his mind, Took that break, he got married and took that break, then took that break. And now he won't get back in the NFL. I think he's still trying to get to the Raiders, getting re-signed by the Raiders. I'm still thinking that. Because he was always at the Allegiant Stadium, always hanging around up there.
Well, just know this. If we trade Mayer, just know everybody gonna be talking about, hey, he's only there for like 1 year. So if he balls out, come back, put that 83 on. No, but we'll see. We're good on our side of the fence with tight ends.
We got 7 tight ends in the building, so I think we're all right.
Yeah.
They had to cut one of those tight ends.
Yeah.
I know 2 they probably cut, but I'm not going to go through the cut and keep list yet. They can do that for a Friday morning show if you want.
Yeah, that's money for that studio equipment, man. Gotta pay for that new Miami home.
I think he lives. No, I don't know where he lives at.
I feel like he used to practice out there wasn't it Miami? He used to go somewhere.
I think it was. He always practiced in Miami, I think.
I feel like if you practice out there, especially like in them summers, bro, you can play anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like anything else is not a problem. If you can play out there in that
humidity, yeah, man,
sticky.
Still, I had been out there twice, and I hated both times I went. It was always in August, the worst time to go.
Yeah, definitely sticky, man. But yeah, that's why I like a lot of the players from like South Florida to Florida. Just because they've been through the grind of that, because here in California, I feel like it's hot, but it ain't hot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's hot places. I know you, Chris, for sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like out this way in the Bay, it was always pretty like 80. We get 80s or something like that. That's a heat wave. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's 95 now.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
And we haven't got to the peak of summer yet, so we're 95 now.
Yeah, I pray for y'all every night. I pray for y'all.
I don't mind the heat. I like the heat. Everybody else don't like the heat. I like the heat. Don't bother me.
Yeah, no, I like heat, but I mean, I just don't want to burn. You know what I'm saying? Like 111 and on. I mean, there's no point. There's no reason for it to be that hot.
No, I don't mind. It'd be 115 a couple of days. I was outside kicking back. What you do is house. Like, come in the house. Nah, I'm fine. It's just that humidity that gets me. I don't want to be sweating for no reason. I don't want to wake up and I'm sweating a cold sweat. I just woke up and I got to take a shower again and again and again.
Like cold makes you humble, but heat makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you be like, God, everything just is irritating when it's hot.
Maybe that's why I'm always pissed off, because I like the heat. I like it hot. Why are you mad? I don't know. This is hot.
Yeah, because it's like, man, there's nothing you can do. You can strip down, you still hot. At least when it's cold, you can throw a hoodie or thermal or something like that, and you can kind of at least get a little bit better. But yeah, that heat, crazy.
9 degrees in Sacramento. Yeah, we're about to. Yeah, in that Central Valley. Yeah, it gets in that. No, that's Central Valley. When it gets hot, It's like still hot. Like it's like somebody put you in a toaster oven, man. Turn it up full crank. I know exactly what you're talking about. But me, I'm in the middle of the damn desert. Not in the middle, but close enough.
He said, Jack said, Waller's music didn't take off, so back to football. He said, I was supposed to. Oh, yeah, he's going to be Mr. 305 and your boy Rack Wall.
Yeah.
Shout to Pitbull for getting the club lit.
It's that time again. The old Mr. Chef Chris got to go in there and cook dinner for wife and kids.
No, for sure.
Anything coming from your end besides a Sunday show? We doing something Friday?
Yeah, we'll do something Friday night.
Friday night?
Yeah, because I gotta work. Oh, actually, no. We can do something early. We can do, I'm off, so shit, we can do something early. Get it done.
Because I might do a show with Jeff. I don't know. Might not. I might boycott his show Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna get my picket signs. I'm going on strike, Jeff. If you listening.
Jeff and they're chefing too right now, and they're whipping. He whipping that New England clam chowder.
No, he got calzone stuffed in his face right now. And a Dunkin' Donut coffee. That's what he got. He ain't whipping up nothing.
That was crazy. I definitely enjoyed the show too, man. Appreciate you guys coming together. Glad we were able to bring this.
Oh, there we go. There's Chewy. He just came in. Hey, Chewy, what's up, Chewy? We got to talk about that. That we was talking about.
Yes.
Maybe we can start. Maybe we can get things working this week and get started next Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm down. Definitely down.
Okay. Yeah. That's up, Chewy.
Yeah, I'm working on the logo and stuff too. Like we're tinkering with some stuff. So if it comes out the way, you know what I'm saying, I see it, it'll be raw. And then we just, we'll collab on the name and figure that out, and then we'll lock them in.
Yes, I got an idea. I got an idea on logo, and I'll talk to you about that off air.
Okay, for sure.
Hey, Chewy, can you come in for a sec? We can talk off air right quick. Just a thumbs up or thumbs down. That's right. You don't have IG, so I can send him link and then we just cut the show off.
Yeah, we do that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and send the link in, but it's just true. We can talk off air; it'd be easier.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. And we are, like I said, me and Chris don't miss, man. So we always working behind the scenes, trying to bring you the best of what we can.
Apparently, I did because. One of your special guests didn't like me, man. I think he was jealous because my head was cleaner than his. I had cleaner shaved head than I think he's jealous.
He had mentioned on the show that he was the better looking out of the duo. That the ladies love him. LL Jeff K.
I don't know one that loves him. That's his wife and maybe his daughter. It was his daughters. Yeah. Well, I don't know
he didn't specify, so it could have been. It could have been. They call him LL Cool Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on in right quick. We're gonna go in the castle. We're gonna go and lead the show.
I'm like, oh damn, we got canceled. Damn it. Already.
It's not that hard to get canceled these days, man. He said the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. They'll just shut you down in a minute. I remember YouTube first started off. YouTube was to be vulgar, man. Do all kind of crap. But now lately, in the past few years, they've been shutting a lot of stuff down.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I was thinking too. Because I'm like, I remember when YouTube used to be raw. You know what I'm saying? It was damn near, World Star. You know what I'm saying? Like a softer World Star.
Yeah, that's it used to be like great to say anything, do anything, but then after a while it starts. I guess when they got popular, they say, we got to shut this down. Mm-hmm. There's a link to it. Come on in right quick. We did discuss this. What's BLTs? Oh, eating BLTs?
Ooh, that sounds good. He said, get to cooking.
Now let's go make me some bacon wrapped shrimp right quick.
Damn. So I ain't making none of that. I'm gonna see what's in there. But yeah, we're gonna see what's up. But I gotta eat something. Got to.
Yeah, I got these giant ass colossal shrimps. I'm gonna wrap them some bitches in bacon.
Ooh, some bacon wrapped shrimp.
What they call them? Prawns? They don't call them shrimp. They call them prawns because they're so damn big. They're giant ass prawns. It's huge. It's like little lobsters down there.
Damn, lobster in a what's it? Crabs in a lobster. Oh, I mean, what is it? Blankets, shrimps in a blanket. Said chips in a blanket.
Well, that would be a biscuit, but no. Yeah, this bacon restaurant.
Yeah.
Only I'm a person gonna eat. Nobody likes shrimp. My
Damn.
wife, she does. She likes the little bitty shrimps. I said, those are not shrimp.
That's crazy because I like fried shrimp. I don't like the cocktail type shrimp. I don't like the cold. I'm a texture person, so I don't like the cold shrimp. But I don't like the big ass shrimp though, because when they start having like the size of my hand and got heads,
Yeah, those are too big.
yeah, it feels like I'm eating animals. You know what I'm saying? Like little baby.
Yeah, sometimes they get too big. Mine's about like, I don't know. The ones I have are like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
that from tail to head. They're not that big, about that fat around. Because I don't know what you're talking about. The big giant ones, like
yeah, the ones looking like something out of Men in Black. You know.
Oh, Jason, drop the link in your channel. I don't know why you won't click on mine.
Oh, for sure. You be sending them faulty links you send to Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. So he won't come in.
There we go. And the regular, yeah. Everybody. Well, I mean, if they pop up, shit, it's gonna be a very short. He's like, I want to say this to all the Raider fans. No, might pop on and go on.
Ready to suck? Yeah, we know.
I'm like, yeah. For now, we do.
You know what? This will be the last year. And anyone of you other team people come in here and say ready to suck, this can be the last year you can say it. So get it out now.
Yep,
get all of it out now before the season starts because you won't say it no more. Nope, we're not gonna suck no more.
Rock, appreciate that. Yes, sir.
I don't think a link works on short formats. Should.
Let me see. You might just have to log into like Google or
just copy and paste it and put it in a browser and try that way. Because sometimes I think I do that a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, copy the link down and paste it and put it in the browser. See if it'll let you in that way.
Yeah, possibly Thursday night too. Because shoot, since I don't have to work Friday, Thursday night looks open. Let me check my Palm Pilot.
It'll be a late Thursday. It can be a late Thursday night because I don't want to interfere with. I'm a kind of podcast, so I don't want to interfere with everybody's show. But I know they got a scheduled show.
Yeah. I was just saying.
Because I know there's a couple shows on Thursday nights I don't want to interfere with. Yeah. So I definitely want to interfere with LV10 Raiders show.
Yeah.
That's his show. And then Jeff's on it for some reason. I don't know why.
So we can't boycott that one. We definitely can't boycott.
Nate School's there.
Yeah. Shout out to Nate doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you say?
No, I'm saying not letting you in, should we still?
Oh yeah, my bad. I was trying to end it. I'm like, well, not that time.
Oh, that's cool. We can end it. We can well, we got the group chat, so we can talk in there too.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, if everybody want to work on the logo too, and then we'll just bring it, bring them all together and see what we got.
Well, I have an idea for a logo. I'm not too good at graphic stuff, so I'm still working on mine. So it's taking me like 4 years to get this done.
Right.
So,
we'll be in the Super Bowl by then.
Multiple Super Bowls, like.
Yeah. Be like winning. Oh wait, where did I put it? Did I put it in the comment? Okay, there we go.
There it is.
All right, for sure.
All right.
And then we'll just
What's going on, gang?
Salute.
What's up, sir?
My shit is getting off work. Hot as fuck.
Nice. Yeah, we were just talking about that too. I'm praying for y'all.
98.
Hot as fuck here.
It's 98 now. So it feels good. Go jump in that damn pool.
Yeah, I got to pass by there going to Bakersfield soon in like a couple weeks. So I'll be out there burning.
Where are you gonna be at?
I got to go to Bakersfield to see my daughter and my grandson.
Yeah, I'm in Fresno, so yeah, it's not too far from me, Bakersfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's higher than a bitch.
Man. Like I said, I'm praying for y'all, man. I'm praying for all the ice, all the cold drinks in the world.
Piano, man.
Nice.
While you don't want to say anything right here, we're going to end the show. I just want to talk to you off screen about some couple things. Anything you want to say right quick while you're on?
Not much, man. Just salute to the nation. You know what I mean? Appreciate everyone rocking with us, and it's all love, man. Raider Nation.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to True Channel too as well.
Appreciate you guys, man.
All right.
Yep. And
All right,
then, yeah, here we go. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And, it won't stop. Keep
No.
believing. It's getting better.
Like I said, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till we die.
For life.
It's the Sunday morning pillaging show.